Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Music Mondays. This is episode 71. It's your boys on Slays, and I hope you're well. What's poppin'? How's everybody's Monday? How's everybody's week? What's good? So, got a decent show for you guys tonight. Lots of good submissions, few updates. Gonna be a chill show, man. Gonna be a chill show. So, like I said, hope everyone's well. If you don't know, episode 70 is live on our YouTube channel. And if you haven't, make sure you go check that out. A really good episode last week. And more importantly, every Music Mondays episode in audio form is available on all audio platforms. So, what does that mean? The first 70 episodes are available everywhere, including YouTube, of course. But we're finally caught up with the podcast, man. It's been a decent time coming, for real. Like, it was a while to get caught up. I think it took probably 3 or 4 weeks. But yeah, that's something I'm really happy about and just really happy with. But the first 70 episodes and every episode of the Music Mondays podcast is available everywhere you listen to podcasts, and of course including YouTube. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, pretty much everywhere. And per usual, make sure that you subscribe to us on YouTube, man. We're approaching 50 subscribers. I think we're at 49. So, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. That'd be great. And shout out to everybody who already has and checks out all our weekly uploads, man. We upload 2 times a week. And that brings me to my next update. Our how to submit to Music Mondays tutorial is live on our channel. In case you were wondering, how do I submit to the podcast? What are all the details? Things like that. There's a little segment on our YouTube channel now where you can get all that information and a little bit more, including the description box. So go check that out as well. Lots of content in the Music Mondays world, man. Everything's going really well. I think we're about 2 weeks out from curing cases of the Mondays. So, of course, I just want to shout out everybody who ran that up, everybody involved. That was a really not only successful project for Music Mondays, but definitely one that I'm just really proud of, personally, because it came out so well, and all the artists on it really are the artists of the future, and I'm excited to do another one of those in the future, for real. But yeah, what's good, Mark, baby? How are you? What's going down? And it really is a dope project. That came out really well. So last week I didn't get into too much detail on what's next for Music Mondays, and recently I had a staff meeting, and I talked with some members of the Music Mondays staff, and we have a lot of wonderful things lined up. I'm not gonna leak everything to you guys at the moment, but June is pretty occupied, and one thing is being announced tomorrow. So if you're interested in what Music Mondays has in store and what our next move is, make sure that you follow us on socials. Make sure you stay up to date with Music Mondays. And tomorrow we're gonna have a very special announcement. It's something that not a lot of platforms touch on, and I think is going to really change not only Music Mondays, but um, just the landscape of playlists and compilations and mixes. So, like I said, make sure you follow us on socials at All Music Mondays. Tomorrow we got a very, very special announcement. And of course, I think one last thing. There are 2 brand new articles out on allmusicmondays.com. Raylo has a wonderful interview. I think I mentioned that last week. He tapped into the culture with some underground Atlanta electronic artists. Just truly went crazy and had a really, really interesting piece. This past Friday, I dropped a interview with King Mark, who's actually in the chat right now, so shout out to Mark. And if you haven't checked out that little introduction sort of foundation interview with King Mark, make sure you go check that out if you want to know about Mark, what he has in store, yeah, like pretty much everything like that. There's a little bit of everything in there. Early roots, lots of good stories, just a lot of little things. So make sure you go check that out for me. And yo, Abson, what's good, homie? Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream, homie. Welcome. So yeah, man. Tomorrow begins Music Monday's journey to the summer, man. I'm really excited for this. We have, I'd say, like 3 major things coming this summer for you guys, and tomorrow is the start of the first one. So be on the lookout for that, man. So I think that's about it for updates. Episode 70 is live on the channel. You guys know that. Oh, SoundCloud Sunday Volume 32 is live on our SoundCloud, man. And of course, another banger. A bunch of really unheard of artists, a bunch of really unheard of tracks. A SoundCloud Sunday Volume 32 is actually probably one of my personal favorites, I'd say. And of course, I curated this one. Me and the staff members usually go on and off with curation, but nonetheless, SoundCloud Sunday Volume 32 is live. Make sure you go check that out. Shout out to every artist who's involved, and go show them some love as well. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about it for updates. Our audio stores and platforms are fully up to date with every podcast episode. Episode 70 is also live on the channel. SoundCloud Sunday Volume 32 is live. 2 brand new articles on allmusicmondays.com are live. And a super big announcement tomorrow, man. Super big announcement tomorrow. And I think you guys are going to enjoy this. 100%. So, as I said, we have more of a chill episode for you guys this week. So, we can hop right into submissions and get down to business. So, you guys know the drill. Let's pause that. We will pull this up. Bada bang, just like that. Hey, how you doing? All right, you guys know the drill. So, before I get into this and we start reading this, let me tweet out the stream. I already have this bad boy fucking drafted up and ready to go. Make sure you guys tell your grandmother that we're live and we're playing your songs. Be like, hey, yo, grandma, go check this shit out. Okay, retweeted. So, you might be wondering, how do you submit to Music Mondays? How do you get on the podcast? What is the podcast? Well, the podcast originally started out as sort of my own personal podcast that really evolved into sort of an underground diary and really a whole bunch of guides and tips and tricks on how to navigate the underground and, you know, post COVID days, post a lot of shit, 2021 and beyond. So this is a underground talk show We not only review music and art here and things like that, but we also talk about underground topics, music, all types of art forms, tips and tricks, things like that. And you might be wondering, how do I get on the show? Well, we take submissions via Twitter. Why do you take submissions via Twitter? Well, this helps not only grow Music Mondays as a platform, but keeps the show very free flow. Shows respect to everybody who does submit via Twitter, so we don't have to dive into a bunch of links, Google Drives, fucking Apple Music, this, that, the third, whatever the case may be, right? So, if you want to get on the show, this is the way to do it. Find these tweets that go live after each Music Mondays episode every Monday. So, following the show, the next day, which is always a Tuesday, we tweet out in the afternoon for submissions for the following week's show. And they always read artists and creatives. Submissions are open for live reviews on Music Mondays, live on 5/30/22 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/SonPlays, which is here and now. If you'd like to submit your music, artwork, fashion, or digital creations, drop your links and portfolios below. All art forms are welcome. Well, what does that mean? Contrary to our name, we not only review music here and primarily deal with artists, vocals, instrumentals, all types of music, but we review everything from short films, digital art, artwork, fashion, merchandise, NFTs, you name it. We have literally had it here in 70 or less episodes. So, what else? Well, the only guideline to submit to the show is you must be following Music Mondays on Twitter to be eligible. And of course, per usual, this is to show respect to everybody who does submit on Twitter, does support the page, and basically helps grow the platform. So that's the only thing that we ask, is that you follow the page if you would like to submit to the show. And that's about it, chat. You guys know the drill. We can get started. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop them in chat. I'll get to them at a certain point. So let me just let me sip some water and then we can get bracking. What are we looking at here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, about like 16 or 15 submissions or so. So we got a decent show. Like I said, I hope you're all well. I hope y'all are chilling. I just finished a bottle of water, so I said, fuck it. We'll drink the caffeine. We're ready to go. So, first up is the homie, Thomas Marcus. And of course, you guys know Thomas is a wonderful instrumentalist. And if you don't know, you're about to be in for a treat. But Thomas is really one of those producers, like I always say, that I have a lot of respect for. Treats himself like an artist and really has a really, like, original, unique sound. And you'll see what I mean. But we're going to dive into this submission here. Let's pop up into Spotify. Wow, that cover is actually crazy. What the fuck? Holy shit, 2021. We've heard a lot of these from Thomas, truly. Thomas is one of our most consistent artists, for sure. So, let's hop right into this, man. I'm curious. 339, covers kind of dark and dreary. Usual Thomas Marcus. Watermark. Let's check this out. Oh, wow. What the fuck? That came in hot. Huh. Really interesting. Damn! Wow. That was something else. Jesus. What the fuck? Yo, Thomas is insanely fucking talented. Yo, Tails, what's good on me? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fuck, dude, that was probably the most classic we've heard Thomas, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was very classic rock-ish, definitely. But, you guys know the drill. Obviously, no vocals, so we're gonna break this down by two categories. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of this track. So, initial vibes, it comes in really fucking hot. And I think the mix is perfect, to be honest with you. I just wasn't expecting it. For such a track that has like this much personality, in regards to drums, live sounds, all the guitars kind of mixing with everything, I feel like this mix itself was really dope. As about as crisp as like you could get like a track with like so many live sounds, right? So this mix is definitely solid in my book. But first off, I just want to say I feel like this is the most creative we've seen Thomas get with not only his melodies but his guitar in general. There was a lot of different shit in here, like some of the bridges and the breakdowns, and there was a lot of shit here that I was just like, wait a second, what the fuck? And to be honest, all of that is really like at its core because of the guitar. Like these melodies are really, really nice. Um, and of course, going for like the classic rock feel, I feel like Thomas nailed that 100%. So melodies and really sound selection with the drums were awesome. Um, you know, live drums are hard, you know what I mean? And they take some practice. Like whether you're recording them or you're using fucking live drums in a DAW. Regardless, like sometimes they can be a bitch. And as a producer, that's something I've always admired is when people really take these instrumentals to another level and almost like modernize them. And I feel like Thomas definitely did that here. Um 2021, definitely not an old track whatsoever. So I feel like this is a good like impression on some like independent modern like almost teetering. It's definitely giving me more like classic rock vibes, but like almost teetering on indie, like just slightly, like 10% or some shit like that. But regardless, still think it's a really really a good example of classic guitar use, 100%. So this instrumental here, awesome. Thomas is extremely talented, and I feel like if someone was like, "Oh my god, you play the guitar," this would be the fucking track I show them. Like I could play like small melodies and shit, but this is something that's like a whole different level. And then to create drums around it is just an awesome skill to have. And Thomas is extremely, extremely talented. So I'm a fan of this track for sure. Definitely a fan of Thomas in general, to be honest with you. But let's talk about the theme here. Aesthetically, I was kind of expecting a sad vibe from the cover art alone, but I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a very like, I guess, sort of like a gloomy kind of track, right? But not really. I can't really put my finger on it. But it definitely didn't give me like a sad vibe at all whatsoever. And of course, no lyrics to talk about here. But like I was saying, it definitely didn't give me sort of a, I would call it moody. Moody is definitely the word for this. It's got a little bit of a attitude compared to like regular classic rock you would hear, even like modern classic rock. I feel like this is a bit more moody and stylish, and I don't think that really comes to a surprise when it comes to Thomas, because we've heard a lot from Thomas as to where his instrumentals and his sounds just have a huge personality, and I think this is another great example of that. So, with that said, shout out to Thomas. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much fucking love. Make sure you show Thomas some love. Follow him on Spotify at Thomas Marcus. Make sure you follow Thomas on Twitter at Thomas Marcus 075. 13 followers, approaching the big 20. Show him some love, man, for real. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. I believe at the time that we're live right now, we are at 49 subscribers. So we're approaching the big 50, and I think I've been saying it for like a week. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. We upload about twice a week. New uploads every Saturday. If you missed the show, this is probably the easiest place for you to go watch it. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And if you're already subscribed and you've been subscribed, thank you. I see you. And thank you for supporting Music Mondays. So, continuing on. Let me get some fucking water. Shout out to Thomas, man. That was good. That was really good. I feel like Thomas just has just you know, some producers just have this great, unique cinematic personality, and I truly feel like Thomas is one of those for sure. All right, water sipped. Let's get it. Up next, we got the homie Mishka. It's been a while since we've heard from Mishka, man. I think it's been probably since 2021, maybe, or early this year, like damn near January this year. But an extremely talented producer, extremely unique and professional, veteran sounding producer. and a really dope engineer as well. But they submitted a track, and their caption was this: "Would love to hear what you think of this track. One of my favorites, and one of the first I didn't just work on the production / engineering, but also participated in the vocals." Well, what the fudge do we have here? Little producer vocalist action, huh? Interesting. You know, we love those around here, and at Music Mondays, those are some of our most talented members, are the ones that produce and engineer and do vocals and pretty much do everything themselves. So this will be a treat for sure. So let's pop this open, a new track. For a little background, Mishka is part of a production duo titled Mellow and Mishka, but Mishka submitted this track, and there is a shit ton. How many motherfuckers are on this track? Wait, we got... Holy shit. Damn. Okay, so... I assume it's gotta be in order, for sure, right? Okay. This is a 5-minute track, too. This is about to go crazy. Alright, let's get it. Mishka, just trying. Let's go. Cover's fire.
Yeah. I just need a little bit of paper, man.
I'm just trying to get my money up. Out here riding dirty, tell the police they can catch me. Yeah, and tell them haters I don't give a fuck. Ride around with that 40 and a Nina with a 30. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my money up. Out here riding dirty, tell the police they can catch me. Yeah, and tell them haters I don't give a fuck. Ride around with that 40 and a Nina with a 30.
Absolutely in beast mode, bitch, I never gave a fuck about a hoe. Crazy nigga from that dirty south. Easy jerk what I'm sipping on. Fuck a hating nigga what they snaking on. Gangsta shit is what I be on. Hydroponic chronic when I'm smoking on. I stay high, I'm in the ozone. Just skeleton, bitch, I'm dead gone. Killer season, nigga, fuck a fed drone. Lighting up bills like a jack-o'-lantern. Maseration fast when them feds on me. They know to that bread, homie. Opportunities been dead, homie. Pussy niggas tried to tell feds on me. Quit that shit, we you dead, homie. Rest in peace to my dead homies. Street runners and throne holders. Upscaling all of them homeowners. Versing us against them press pause, homie. Wrong move, shorty, you will lose, homie. X a nigga out quick, put a bruise on him. 0% oxygen, put your breath on it. Don't choke on it, and that's why.
I'm just trying to get my money up. Out here riding dirty, tell the police they can catch me. Yeah, and tell them haters I don't give a fuck. Ride around with that 40 and a Nina with a 30. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my money up. Out here riding dirty, tell the police they can catch me. Yeah, and tell them haters I don't give a fuck. Ride around with that 40 and a Nina with a 30.
Straight out of the tri-state, my little mitten. Became an honorary Detroit citizen. Jumped in my bag and I got to my mission. Wake up and count all the dough in the kitchen. Look how my arm got the game by the neck. I swear if I flex it will warrant submission. But this ain't no WWE. All of my family trigger fingers itching. All of my niggas really with the business. Suited and booted, we ready for war. Them ties get cut, cause niggas be really thinking I won't pull a chopper out my drug. You ain't really got it like that. You ain't really packing no comment, just look at the walk. If I aim for the head, you gon' see niggas toes. Yeah, the grip take them up out of shoes and the socks. Then I hit up cuz like double time. Now we on the road, no pit stop. Headed to the land with 100 grand and a body count on the big Glock. But we playing for keeps. Got the extension since niggas is so out of reach. Say you got stained till I make a mistake. My nigga, what game is you playing with me, huh?
Damn. Yo, alright. Okay. Alright, man.
Play about my cousin cause I'm fucking you up. Just riding dirty cause I do you dirty. Stir you up like the mud in the cup. Get to a bag, we balled it. Feel glad bags, that's a car kitchen. And if we got beef, I call different. But I don't need help with y'all niggas. Y'all aim low and I'm higher, nigga. I'm status quo, I'm a fly guy. Yo, bitch, watch when I ride by. She treat the dick for a drive-by. So what if I'm riding dirt? Might shoot my shot, that's an open 30. He won't feel shit, that's an open perk. My 9 freaky, she hella pervy. I sell krill while a nigga work. Serve pills like 2 o'clock. I need to save for excursion. I don't waste time on the clock, so I live like I'm doing bad. Red cash just to pop a tag. Pull up on you, don't need a mask. Talking bad, nigga, why you mad?
I'm just tryna get my money up. Out here riding dirty, tell the police they can catch me. Yeah, and tell them haters I don't give a fuck. Run around with that 40 and the Nina with the 30. Yeah, I'm just tryna get my money up. Out here riding dirty, tell the police they can catch me. Yeah, and tell them haters I don't give a fuck. Run around with that 40 and the Nina with the 30. Yeah.
Bro, yo, what the fuck? Wow. You know, I really feel like tracks like those are like super rare these days. You know what I mean? Like that was like really long and like super well structured. Like that was. Because I know Mishka has like a really nice studio or works in a really nice studio, and like I'll just picture all them working on this, and truly like this is one of those like raw ass tracks, man. Like I fuck with this a lot. I think Mishka did a really good job. The hook was nice. That was something I want to hear more of. That was like, man. All right, let me sip some water and we'll get into this. Oh yeah. The second verse was fucking heat. That second verse was wow. Okay. Let's hop right into this. You guys know the drill. We're gonna talk about 3 subjects here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of just trying. So, instrumental wise, I'm a huge fan of this melody. Or like right off rip, I like this melody a lot. Mishka and whoever else was involved on this instrumental here did an excellent job. Not only with the instrumental itself, but even like in the submissions that we've heard of like Mishka and probably like months ago, it like she's had like such this, it's just such a crisp sound, man. It really is. And I'm a huge fan of all of her work for sure. But the melody is definitely a shining star here for me, for sure. Drum selection was really nice. Kicks and everything was very well mixed. Nothing was clashing or too overbearing or anything like that. Nice and punchy. Everything was good. Everything was good. A nice, solid, simple instrumental that like a lot of people could flex around on, right? Like we heard a sort of a variety of different flows here, but instrumentally, this was solid. Mix was really great. Melody was definitely shining star for me, so extremely solid. But let's talk about vocals. So Mishka said that she not only did some engineering, had a part of the production, but also did vocals here. And this hook was great, to be honest with you. Like, I love hooks like this because it brings like such like a dynamic, right? Because all the verses were hard as fuck and everybody talked their shit. And then like you almost bring it back to like this softer place with the hook. And the hook just gives it this like in and out kind of dynamic, and I fuck with it a lot. It's really dope. So I think Mishka did a really good job on the hook. Her vocals sound really pure and crisp, not too like watered down or overmixed or anything like that. I like the hook. Huge fan of the hook. Now, this first verse was a really great foundation. Because like I said, the second verse really fucking snapped. But I feel like this first verse here with Flyboy really set the ground for like what the track was about to sound like. And at this point I was like, all right, let's see what we're in store here. Like, because, you know, 5 minutes is not really a common time for a lot of tracks. It depends, right? But in this case, we had a fair amount of artists and sort of a decent length of a track, right? So I was like, all right, how is this about to sound? And I think Flyboy did a really good job at taking the lead and really setting like the tone for this track. And of course, Flyboy's mix, really great. I'll just say that for all of these artists, to be honest with you, nobody's mix sounded fucking off or anything like that. Like that's the one thing I noticed about anything that Mishka has submitted to Music Mondays, is that regardless of whatever it is, it's always the most like crisp sounding veteran shit. It really is. And this is no different at all. So with that said, Flyboy's mix is really, really dope. I felt like they set a really good foundation. But man, this second verse, like, I was like, holy shit. This second verse, like, it kind of had that roller coaster effect for me. As to where it was going up, I was like, bobbing my head. I was like, okay, this is okay. Yeah, this is heat. And then it got to the top. And then, like, as soon as it got to the top, it just fucking ended. And I was like, oh, shit. And then, like, obviously the hook rolled over again. I was like, damn. That second verse was such, like, a crucial part to the structure of this track. And it really leads me to saying that the structure of this was really nice for having not only this many artists, but, like, really artists that did their thing on the same beat. So I just love the simple structure of hook verse hook. You know what I mean? I really feel like that structure did extremely well here. Now, first verse, excellent. Second verse, probably my favorite. Mishka did an excellent job on the hook. We know that. The outro verse, the third verse. It made you realize that there are 3 different artists on this track and they all did their thing, like, truly. And that's one thing, and sort of like my rule of thumb when it comes to like features and things like that, right? It is sometimes, of course, like, features matter, but like if they're like a mutual and you're just working with them, like, make sure they bring something different and add to the track, and everybody's really like solidifying their style, like in their short, like, 40 second verse, whatever it is. And I feel like all 3 of these artists, including Mishka so far, really hit that nail, to be honest. I feel like they all had their defining styles, but I feel like Mishka did an excellent job sort of like reeling in everybody's verses, because everybody really spat here and really did their thing. And then Mishka was just able to, you know, fishing pole all that back in to really put it in a nice little bow under this hook, man. So vocals, excellent. This whole crew did an excellent job. Instrumental, extremely solid, very simple, effective, and really shows like how, like, you can stretch an instrumental, right? Like 5 minutes, and you did not get sick of this because everybody was able to spit their shit on it. So, well done. Let's talk about the theme here. Aesthetically, cover's hard as fuck. Always a fan of covers like this. Sort of not only reminds me of like the underground, but like classic underground too. And really just like, you know, the track is about to be grimy. And like that can mean a really like a good grimy song or like a really shitty grimy song. And in this case, it was a really good grimy song. and really simple too, effective. Great color palette, about what, 3 colors, pink, black, white. Just trying on the cover, and then of course all the artists got a little parental advisory there as well. So awesome aesthetic for sure. Lyrical content in terms of theme, relatively simple when it comes to the hook, right? Just trying, like literally just trying to get away, just trying to do your thing, just trying, and definitely a track where like you could get behind it no matter what your situation is, right? Like you'd be like, dude, I'm just trying to study for my fucking test, and you could be listening to this shit, and you could still find some meaning behind it, or you could, you know, have a more serious subject, and you're like, yo, I'm just trying to, you know, navigate my way through life, and really find a more powerful meaning to it. You know, one of those tracks where like music just comes into play, and in like helping you in life, and really reminds you how expendable music is, and just reminds you that things can have a lot of different meanings. So with that said, shout out to Mishka. Thank you for this submission. Much love. Make sure you follow Mel and Mishka on Spotify. Make sure you follow Mishka on Twitter at Mishka. Of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We're approaching 50 subscribers at the time of this stream. So, make sure you show these artists some loves, man. And of course, shout out to everybody who's already subscribed to the Music Mondays channel. So what's poppin', man? How is everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hope we're all just chilling on this a Monday evening, man. So, let me sip some water. I believe we're good to go. Yep, we're good to go. Okay. I'm getting rolled in sap. I'm tilted low key. Oh shit, you doing some shroom activity? You some bops? Yeah, honestly, yeah. We've been snapping tonight. So, up next, we get the homie Bad Boy. It wasn't last week Bad Boy submitted, I think it was the week before. And Bad Boy kind of had a really good feature on a Prince Lovely track, and this week he submitted a different track with Prince Lovely, titled So Do I. And this is actually a music video. So, this is a great time to talk about our new media order. So, you guys know we have a fair amount of submissions each week, and I figured a really good way to categorize all submissions and really get through them in an orderly fashion would be to do audio tracks first, and then we'll go to media and music videos. So things like audio tracks, obviously, SoundCloud, Spotify, etc. And then after all those are complete, we'll do music videos and media. So videos, short films, all those sorts of things, portfolios, all sorts of designs will be after all audio. So we'll save this for last. This is what, submission number 3. Yeah, so we'll come back to this. Up next, we got the homie Absolno. And Absolno is another really consistent artist that just supports Music Mondays in a really solid way. Absolno was recently featured on Curing Cases of the Mondays, and just is one of those producers that's extremely talented and once again embodies like what it's like truly like what it means to be a producer, and continues to release instrumentals and build their own brand outside of artists and things like that. And I consider Absolno a producer that is respected as an artist as well. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about vocals. I feel like producers need to respect themselves more and not worry so much about, you know, placements and this and this and this, because your sound has a voice as well, even though there's no vocals on it. Remember that. So, with that said, Absono submitted a track titled Break the Ice. Of course, per usual, we're going to pop this open in a new Tabaroonie. No, don't play yet. Wait, no. Okay, cool. We almost leaked it. So, unreleased instrumental here from Absono. Of course, I think last week I was talking a little bit about Absono's aesthetic when it comes to his instrumentals and his tracks. And whether it's an unreleased or anything like that, Absono keeps his profiles and his aesthetics pretty consistent and really goes with a solid black and white theme. And this is a unreleased track, so obviously he wasn't too worried about the cover and just threw up a black image, which still goes in line with the rest of his aesthetics. So I feel like this is a really good thing, small but really good thing, and I love mentioning it because it's important. So, Break the Ice, Absono, let's get into it. This melody is crazy already, by the way. It's tagged Cyberpunk. Oh shit, this is about to go fucking crazy. Oh man. Ooh. Oh my lord. What the fuck? Wow. Wowie, wow, 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 wow. Fucking wow. Hey, Kat, what's good? I'm sorry that happened. I hope you're well. Tell your homie, I'm sending good energy. But holy shit, man. This might be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Absono track. For sure, man. I was literally just saying it too, right? I was talking about how like producers like you know, have a voice even though they don't have vocals, and really can let their music speak for them. And we get this, like, exactly what the fuck I was talking about, exactly down to a T what I was talking about. And this is, like I said, also tagged Cyberpunk, which I thought was great. So obviously no vocals, so we're going to break this down by two topics. We're going to talk about the instrumental, or talk about the overall theme of Break the Ice. So, excuse me, Doom vibes 2077. It really is. I couldn't agree more with you both, 100%. But yeah, man, this fucking melody is something, really something else. But before we start there, one thing I want to point out is this mix. This mix is so crisp. It is nice and loud and like very like, it's so fucking, it's exactly like how you'd want it to sound, right? Like there is no gripes with this mix wise whatsoever. The melodies are good, the synths are good, everything's mixed perfectly around like each other. Like everything's working in sync. And especially when it comes to a mix, that's so important, man. And as a producer, I know what it's like to be able to craft a mix like this. And Epsono is a really talented producer, man. This is an awesome mix. But with that said, I feel like this melody is such a shining star for me. You could listen to just this melody alone, and I feel like you'd be able to bop out, right? You'd be like, okay, this is fucking heat. And then it has like the perfect drums that you'd want on it. Truly, like the perfect drums that you'd want on it. And those are mixed really well. This is like one of those beats where you don't even need vocals on it. Like this is exactly what I was talking about when it comes to producers having a voice, truly. Like if you were to release this with like a fire cover and all platforms, bro, this is perfect. Like this is perfect like video game music, like Twitch montage kind of shit. Like it really is. Like it's like almost like past music production, you know what I mean? It's past that shit. And it's like, damn. That's what, like, it down to its core, this is sort of the shit I love about not only production but like also listening to production. And this is why I push artists to do this sort of thing, because it's like, it's so defining of their sound, right? So I feel like when they get vocals on their tracks, those even get more of a push, and like more of a strong attention look, because you're like, yo, I know that producer's fire. Like I can't wait to hear somebody on their beats. I have 3 snares on this. It was such a bitch. Exactly. Even Absono said it himself, like a bitch to mix. And I feel like this came out so crisp, like apple pie crisp. So instrumentally, this was awesome. Really, really awesome, especially mix wise. Sound choice was great, especially pertaining to the synths and the mells. Sound choice was awesome. But I think another one of my favorite parts here is the structure. I love the little break in the middle. You just let the melody have a little bit of a voice. And then it just gets right back into fucking... like, it's like such a... fuck, dude. What's that movie? The Fifth Element. If you've seen The Fifth Element, this gives me the Fifth Element vibes. For sure. That's a classic movie, by the way. But such a futuristic beat. Cyberpunk was a perfect tag. And like cyberpunk can almost be a fucking genre. You know what I mean? Like this is a very like fuck. I saw the perfect word for it the other day. It's like such a defining sound though, and I think Absono did a really, really good job putting it like their own twist on it almost, you know? So instrumental, awesome. Really, really awesome. One of those tracks that has a personality of its own. But let's talk about the theme here. Obviously, aesthetically unreleased track, so don't have to worry too much about the cover. And I think Absono said, I think if you scroll up a chat, he said, he used to use some kind of, what was it for the covers? Something else. And you know, the consistent theme that Epsono has found now really works, and I like it because it's simple, effective, and as long as it's like consistent, I think that's cool. But it doesn't have to be, you know what I mean? There's no rule on that or anything like that. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Epsono. But yeah, um, especially like as a producer, like I love the sort of like keeping up with the same theme, you know what I mean? Like of course you can do like other shit, but like when you like know, like I think it was Bloodcat who mentioned this, like how it can be like defining and you just associate things with those specific artists. I feel like this black and white theme I can associate to Epsono when it comes to instrumentals and their production. But yeah, theme wise, as far as how this track made me feel, Break the Ice was perfect, man. Like this is like a very like cyberpunk future, like 3001 kind of instrumental for sure. Like if the future had a sound, this is it. 100%. So instrumental, awesome. Theme's great. I would love to see this released. This is an awesome example of how a talented Epsono is, for sure. So, with that said, big shout out to Epsono. Make sure you follow Epsono on SoundCloud. He is approaching 30 followers. Go show him some love, dropping instrumentals, dropping tracks all the time. Go show him some love, man. And of course, make sure you follow Epsono on Twitter. Proud Epsono, approaching 300, man. He's 11 away. Go show him some love. And of course, per usual, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We're approaching 50 subs. And if you're already subbed, thank you very much. And make sure you go show some of these artists some love, man. They put in some work. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Got water. So what's poppin', man? everybody What's everybody feeling on this fine Monday? I think this next submission is actually a designer, and we haven't had a designer on the show in a while. So we actually have a music video and a designer. More towards the end of the show. Artwork, yeah. And of course, they follow Music Mondays per usual. So we will go back to this. We'll go to Radzi and we'll make sure we get Bad Boy as well. So, I believe, yeah, this is a vocal track. Up next, we got the homie Manny Huga, and this is a first time submitting artist, so I'm kind of excited to get into this one. Their caption was, "Hey, sounds dope, but would be lit to hear it you say on my track." 4.74% of all Pokemon are ghost type. Or shit, so we got a link here. Alright. Oh shit, did that fry the order? Don't tell me it fried the order. Okay, it didn't work good. Wow, okay. Look at, holy shit. He's got all the fucking links here. Damn. So it looks like this dropped April 24th. So literally over barely a month old. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, probably email. Wow, awesome. Very impressive. I love to see artists that have their shit together. I remember when I used to get a lot of submissions where artists just didn't have their shit in order, and I was like, damn, like where's all the fucking links? And you know what I mean? But this is great. So of course we're gonna click on SoundCloud, and we're gonna check this out, man. Is this a part? Okay, no. This is not a part of an album. And this cover is fucking heat, by the way. I think it's a great cover. Holy shit. Yeah, 10 out of 10 cover. I'm a ghost. I'm not a ghost. I'm not a ghost. I'm not a ghost. I'm not a ghost. Holy shit. Okay, chat. Let's hop right into this. First time submitting artist, Manny Hugo. Ghost type. Okay. All right.
I've always wanted what you had. I never thought it was this bad.
What the fuck?
But you don't know what I've been through. I only wish I could tell you.
I'm not automatic. There are some days I can't sleep, I get off the mattress. Just take it slow and breathe in the frozen blackness. I turn the lights back on and I try to practice. Thinking all the thoughts that'll calm my sadness. I play a couple songs, all the notes sound wrong, feel my mental trapped. Thoughts that'll keep me up all night. I'm not always strong, I'm not automatic.
What can I say? It's not that I wanted you to leave, but I've done something that I don't want you to ever see. And I got it hard. I thought if I was honest, that I'd make it right. Maybe if no one knew me, no one would get hurt. I could become a ghost, no reply on my
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This vibe's for real. Especially little DM him. Yo, Mark Absono, that'd be a collab. But man, I agree. This is definitely some fucking vibes. Holy shit. Okay, first time submitting artist Manny Hugo. Let's just hop right into this, man, because this is our first impression of Manny. So this is really, really impressive. So of course, we're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about the instrumental, we're going to talk about vocals, we're going to talk about the overall theme of Ghost Type. So, right off rip, I'm in love with this guitar. Whether you, like, bro, I might be biased, might not be biased. I'm a huge fan of not only guitar instrumentals, but just acoustic instrumentals. My favorite to listen to, my favorite to make, and this is right up my alley. I really love this sound here. Awesome, really awesome. And everything is crisp. Everything is really done well. I feel like the drums are perfectly simple. You didn't need a crazy bass or 808. You didn't need to overdo anything. Just nice, simple, peaceful kind of, like Mark said, vibes. Really is fucking vibes. Definitely more on the R&B side for sure. So I can fuck with the R&B and soul tag 100%. Definitely a little bit of R&B here, especially when the vocals kick in. But man, huge fan of this instrumental. I love this choice for sure. Whether Manny produced it or somebody else did, I think they did an awesome job. Awesome job. Let's talk about vocals, man. This is what impressed me. This is what really impressed me. You know, first time submitting artists usually do impress me, but this is one where it caught me off guard because, of course, you never know what to expect. So you're you know, you're going in blind. You're like, okay, this could be something completely original, different. You never know, right? Like, I mean, I've had people submit like fucking Gunna remixes and shit. So you never know. But this impressed me straight up. I think the hook is the shining star here for me, for sure. The hook is done extremely well. I feel like Manny like really expanded on not only his skill in the verses, but really his writing talent. I'm a huge fan of this writing as well. Not too like overly dramatic writing or anything like that. Straight vibes, peace, kind of like you can listen to this anywhere doing anything. You know what I mean? It's one of those feel good tracks, 100%. But I'd say a shining star here for vocals is the hook, 100%. I think Manny did a great job. One thing that's really dope here is the different styles of mixing. Pitching the vocals up and down. Manny kind of skated on this. Really bounced around and yet stayed consistent. You know what I mean? And I fuck with that because you can bounce all around you want on your tracks. You know what I mean? Go crazy. Fucking, it's the equivalent of taking a paintbrush, dipping it in paint, and just whipping it across the wall, right? And how it has the paint splattered everywhere. Do that with your tracks, but make them sound consistent. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all you need to do. And you don't want to stray too far from like not only what your idea was for the track, but who like you are and like what your like track is and your vocals. Like, don't stray too far from that. And I think Manny found like a really good balance in between like going crazy on a track and really like keeping consistency here. So huge shout out to Manny for that. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. But yeah, man, no gripes with vocals at all. One of the better first time submitting artists we've had in a little bit. The last couple have been wonderful, but they just keep coming. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, like, you motherfuckers are just coming out the woodwork with talent, man, and I'm here for it. The Music Monday staff team's here for it. The chat's here for it. I'm with it. Let's go. Shout out to Manny, bro. So let's talk about the theme here. Aesthetically, Ghost type, obviously a Ghost type on Yugi's card here. You got sort of like a Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh mashup going on, and I love it. Simple but yet effective cover that you could make personal. And I think it's the little things that like separates like artists, you know what I mean? And like really makes supporters, whether you have 10 or fucking 10,000, it makes people like identify shit with you, and they're like, oh, that's so sick, he's doing, you know, X thing again, he's doing Y thing again. And I like this a lot. I feel like this enriched this track with a little bit of personality. Lyrically, theme-wise, Ghost type definitely probably has some sort of hidden meaning that neither me or any of us in the chat could really decipher. I mean, you could if you really broke it down, but Ghost type, I will say, is extremely well written. I love the disappearing factors. I love the almost poetic factors in here. One thing that's definitely not debatable is Manny's writing. I feel like Manny is an awesome writer, and I like the way this track is structured in terms of writing. So the theme here is awesome, aesthetically and lyrically, 100%. So, with that said, shout out to Manny Hugo, man. Make sure you go show Manny some love. Follow him on SoundCloud, approaching the big 130, about 8 followers away. And of course, make sure you go show Manny some love on Twitter. Manny Alone, approaching 300, man. Go show him some love. Go show him some love, for real. Awesome, awesome track. Great first time submitting artist, man. Very impressed. Damn, we've been banging them out, haven't we? Let's go. You guys are fucking snapping. This is great. Thomas, check. Mishka, check. Bad Boy will come back to. Epsono, we're good. Rad will come back to. Manny, we're good. Okay. Up next, we got the homie, No Name Dread. been a couple weeks since we've heard from Dread, man. Dread, per usual, like I always say, is an artist of very few words and really lets their sound speak for them. And it's just such a talented artist that like I would love to see Dread really just never take their foot off the gas pedal. Especially considering like how Dread just works and doesn't say much, and I always admire that, you know. Not that anybody, you know, it doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm saying. Like I always admire that, you know, because every artist doesn't have to do a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Just be you. And I feel like Dread is a very him kind of artist, right? Like I feel like Dread is very like organic and original and like not like wouldn't fake shit. I get a very good vibe like that from Dread. So this week Dread submitted a track titled From Below featuring the homie Heretic, man. And Heretic, wow. So we review a lot of tracks from Heretic, and Heretic is an extremely talented artist when it comes to heavier types of vocals. So I'm excited to see how Dread and Heretic pair up on this, especially if it's produced by Dread. So let's see when this track came out. 3 years ago. Damn. Okay. Okay, so this is some classic shit then. Cover's heat. Cover is fucking heat. Oh, wow. This might actually... Bro, who the fuck made this cover? Bro, if Dread made this cover, 10 out of 10, this is definitely my favorite Dread cover we've seen. And you guys know I'm a fan of Dread's art. What the fuck? I almost want to look at it from upside down. Let's fucking go, man. Yams? Yams went fucking crazy on this. I could see that. I could see that, actually. Yep, I could see. Shout out to Yams, man. That was awesome. So, like I said, Dread doesn't only do heavy vocals, but is definitely known for a lot of their heavier stuff. And Dread is one hell of a talented alternative artist. We've seen a lot of different types of vocals from Dread, and it's tagged metal. And we get a little insight on some shit 3 years ago, because we've heard a lot of recent tracks from Dread. We've heard a lot of recent tracks from Heretic. And we've heard a lot of old Dread and old Heretic as well. So I'm interested in this. I'm very interested in this. So let's get into it, man. From Below, No Name Dread featuring Heretic. Prod No Name Dread as well.
Float away to the clouds, I'll never stay. Fuck out my face, or this soul won't reach your face. This is dark my base, in my head I'm feeling safe. Mental state, ain't been up, so what's the stakes? Float away to the clouds, I'll never stay. Fuck out my face, or this soul won't reach your face. This dark my base, in my head I'm feeling safe. Mental state, ain't been up, so what's the stakes? Lost my mind, ain't coming back. Ups and downs like jumping jacks. Mental sweat, nah, this ain't mask. Fuck a preacher, kiss my ass. Miss me with that bullshit. Full clip pointed it at my scope, could pull it. All my life been dodging bullets. Calm me down, nah, I can't pull it. I'm gone like I'm solo. Smoking modo with hydrocodone. With my slow-mo, where all the bow at?
Wow.
I need to go flat, go to ghost mode. Going down deep where the sun, it don't shine. Down in a hole, I've been wasting my time. Following Alice and she's still blind. Not trying to figure out what I might find.
Trying to relax, but I can't find no time. I need weed, I need pound, or my mind might decline. Falling behind, I just follow him blind. Hard pill to swallow, but that shit's a lie. Trying to rely on some guy you ain't seen, that's absurd to me. Kind of like how you say that you may hurt of me. I might just die with my team, that's with certainty. I got some problems, can solve them with surgery. Searching for currency, purposely spending it like it shit worth to me. Murdered to be like is first degree. Then I reside in my room, it's a tomb or rehearse at least. Ready for war, no, we ready to feast. Smoking on strong to the day we decease. Ready for war, no, we ready to feast. Smoking on strong to the day we decease.
Lord of the walking, dead voices inside my head. Fuck boys wanna break bread, I'ma show them that I bleed red. Everything roll up, that dope, no name corn slick. Want smoke, it's outside, bitch, let's go. I'ma show you how we break bones. Run it once you see me, bitch, don't give me the chance. I'ma fuck around and knock it back and make you do the hammer dance. I hope you die, bitch, I'ma ride, bitch, overdose on my supply, bitch, cut and sell them to the rich, cause ducking out to the race with the quickness.
Float away to the clouds, I'll never stay. Fuck out my face, or this soul won't reach your face. This dark my base, in my head I'm feeling safe. Mental state, ain't been up so
What the fuck? That was one of the like darkest, like hardest, pure, grimy underground tracks that I've heard in a minute. It's definitely been like some weeks, man. What the fuck? And this is only 3 years ago. It like it sounds like 3 years ago sounds like forever ago, but 2019 doesn't. It's weird. But man, what a fucking collab. I kind of can't be surprised that these two really created a dark concoction here. So let's get into this, man. We're gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about vocals. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. And we're gonna talk about the overall theme of From Below. So this instrumental, Prod Dread, is awesome. Really, really fucking awesome. Set the foundation for such a dark fucking track, man. This melody is like something right out of a horror movie. 100%. Like it's wow. Not only the melody itself, but the sound choice. The sound choice is perfect for this. But one thing I really like about this instrumental is I feel like Dread didn't go overboard, and I like that because the 808 and really the like space got occupied by the 808 and the vocals. And I feel like when you want to make a really dark track, that's essential. And the beat wasn't too like distracting or taking like over vocals or anything like that. So I'm a huge fan of this instrumental. Not only mix wise because it's really crisp, but structure wise and like the fact that there wasn't so many sounds cluttering everything. I really feel like this was a simple yet effective dark instrumental. 100%. So instrumental, great. I feel like Dread did an awesome job. Let's talk about vocals here. This is a really rare one because I feel like we've heard a lot of Dread tracks, right? And we've heard a lot of Dread vocals. Whatever style Dread wants to do. We've heard a pretty decent variety, but I feel like this was Dread in a very pure form, in a very like raw form, and I fuck with it like a lot because we haven't heard too much of it, right? Dread likes to bounce around, and that's fine because a lot of artists do, and a lot of artists like experimenting and doing different things. But this track in particular, I feel like Dread was very raw, and not only raw when it comes to their mix, but also raw when it comes to writing. I'm a huge fan of this really aggressive, dark style of writing, and it's not like super dark. It's not like fucking gory or anything like that, but it is dark nonetheless, and I fuck with it a lot because dark shit can either be really dark and effective, or it can be really just fucking shit. And I feel like to write effectively about dark shit, you have to have gone through some dark shit, right? So like this is like from the core, man, and I love this writing. So huge shining star here for me was Dread's verse. Dread's verse was awesome. Mix was great. And the writing was just the right amount of dark. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it hit the nail that Dread wanted to hit in terms of like making a track like this. But let's talk about Heretic for a second. Heretic here. Oh, wait, no. Before we go into Heretic, one thing I wanted to mention about Dread is the ad-libs. the ad-libs were fucking great. The ad-libs were awesome and such a nice touch. It's really the little shit, man. It's the little shit, I'm telling you. The ad-libs were great here. Really, really great, and just an awesome touch when it comes to tracks like this, and really gave it that, like, more hard, like, aggressive kind of feel. 100%. So, back on track. Let's talk about Heretic here. Heretic was at home on this, for sure. Was definitely at home on this, and I feel like this is a great duo to do a track like this, because Dread, I wouldn't say is normally like a heavier type of artist, but definitely likes to make almost like it's like a different type of dark than Heretic makes. I feel like they're two different types, and Dread can do like either or, especially in terms of writing, but Heretic was very like defining on this track. Like Heretic didn't really like didn't need to like separate himself too hard because he just did his thing. And when it comes to the writing, it was just such a different style of Dread that it was similar but the same, if that makes any sense. You know, because normally you could have got a feature on here that could have really like separated themselves from not only the vibe but like just like vocally and everything else like that. But I feel like Heretic really like matched up with Dread and was able to like keep that real organic dark vibe going, and it's a very like ethereal kind of sound. That's the word that I was looking for, is this real ethereal kind of like it's very eerie, and Dread was the foundation and Heretic was able to finish it off, and I think this is great. This was like probably one of my more favorite collabs, because these two like almost belong on tracks together. I feel like they can really kill a lot of shit. 100%. This is a real duo kind of shit here for sure. Especially like I feel like Dread is like more poetic, and like Heretic has like a lot of punchlines, and Dread is very like sort of like I said ethereal, and Heretic's known for more of a heavier style. So I feel like their vocals did really well together, really, really well. Let's talk about the theme of From Below. So first off, like I said, I was a huge fucking fan of this cover. Yams did a really, really good job. I love like the vampire almost haunted vibe, but it's not like a vampire vibe, but it is. It's like got this perfect classic horror movie yet modern kind of look to it. Like if a horror movie were to come out now, this could be like a perfect promo image for some shit. 100%. So I'm a huge fan of this cover, and might be one of my favorite that I've seen Dread use. Now, From Below, of course, definitely, you know, you could understand it, you know, just from the title going in, you were like, okay, this track's about to be fucking dark. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it fucking hit that for sure. But you never know what, you know, you could be getting into, and I feel like both Dread and Heretic did an awesome job really like taking the term from below and not so much talking about like themselves, but like there was a lot of like great metaphors in here, and there was a lot of great like punchlines from Heretic that like it was perfect, to be honest with you. It was a lot of like really dark sort of like death punchlines that like really tied together when Heretic sort of hopped on here and almost made an even more aggressive vibe. So like I suppose like that was the separation, was Heretic was just like slightly more like abrasive and very like in your face, and Dread was like you could like pick out the poetry and like the awesome lines and lyrics, and like it was a great mashup for me. It really was. And I feel like the term "from below" was great for this track. Was really great. I feel like they both talked their shit in terms of like, you know, that very dark sort of death feeling. 100%. 100%. All in all, I like this track for its rawness, to be real. So, with that said, huge shout out to No Name Dread, man. Thank you for the submission. Much fucking love. Make sure you follow No Name Dread and No Name Posse. No Name Posse is approaching 500, but of course, make sure you follow No Name Dread as well. And make sure you follow Dread on Twitter at No Name Dread1. Dread is approaching 100, man. Make sure you go follow Dread if you haven't already. Go show him some love. Super, super talented, super underrated artist, and we're going to keep putting them on as long as Dread keeps submitting, man. So, shout out to Dread. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We're approaching 50 subscribers. And of course, shout out to everybody who's already subscribed and keeps supporting the channel. Thank you. We upload twice a week. And check each description for every artist's credit, and go show them some love as well. Tell them Music Monday sent you. And let's continue. So, how many submissions are we deep here? Thomas, we're good. Mishka, we're good. We'll come back to Bad Boy. Kale, what's good? I'm cribbed up now. Hope y'all good. We're chilling. We're just cruising. Okay, so let's hop right into our next submission, because we knocked out Thomas, Mishka, Bad Boy. We'll come back to Absolno. We're gonna come back to Radzi, Manny, Dread. Awesome job. And up next we got the homie Kale. Kale submission gonna go crazy. I already know. I made it for the show. Let's get it. And he has the Chief Keef gift. So like you can only imagine. You can only imagine what this submission is gonna contain. But much like Absolno, Thomas, and a lot of other producers that we featured here on the show, man, Kale's just one of those artists that has branding down, has really a lot of respect for themselves in terms of being a producer and treating themselves like an artist, and really not worrying too much about, you know, placements and beat sales and this and that. And third, Kale definitely goes to work when it comes to their instrumentals, and really letting instrumentals be the voice. And I'm excited to really get into this one, man. Kale's submissions lately have been a fucking treat. He picking up too. Let's fucking go. Let's get it. Alright, so pop that up in a new tab, Rooney. We'll make sure we don't lose our place. We're good to go. Track was not found. Maybe it has been removed. What the fuck? This is a first on Music Mondays. Kale, what the fuck? Dude, can we get a Sag? It's private. It's private. Hold on. Let's see if we can pop open this link again. Go like this. It's not showing the thing. It's not showing the thing. Shit. Kale, drop that really quick, and we'll come back to you. Okay, so when Kale redrops that, he shared the wrong link. When Kale redrops that, we'll wrap back around. So, Kale, oh my fucking god. Let's continue on, man. Wait, are these still in the same order? Fuck no, we're all fucked up. The order's all chalked. Wait, is it? Cause now Heretic's up there and shit. Did we miss Heretic and go right to Manny? Drop him right now? Oh shit, okay, bet. Drop that shit. I'll refresh. Florian's Creek does not follow Music Mondays, Sedge. True love story. Okay. So I think the only one that kind of got messed up was Heretic's submission randomly. Try now. Okay. We'll hit a little refresh here up in this bitch. That's not it. Where the fuck is it? It was at the top? Ah, there it is. Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I bet. Okay, okay. So, we're back on track here. As I was saying, Kale, he's a fucking homie. One of my favorite prods. And let's get into this because now the ante has been upped. Powerful. These bitches love Sosa. Okay, so we got the Kale flip of Love Sosa by Chief Keef. Now it's a public track. Kale random drop and then the Chief Keef mugshot. You know, you're going like 300 miles an hour. Yeah, car's fast is why I bought it. Okay, Chief Keef, Love Sosa, Kale flip. Let's fucking get it, baby. Let's get it. The earliest MM debut, 2 minutes. Yeah, literally. MM exclusive premiere. Chief Keef, Love Sosa, Kale flip. Wait! This is probably DMCA'd. And if we play this, the stream will get muted. And if we do that, we'll miss Kale's submission. I just thought of that. No, that is okay. No worries. Fuck. Play last? I mean... No, it definitely does. It definitely does. It definitely does. Like, the only issue is the stream getting muted. Like, are the vocals, like, exactly Chief Keef's? Or are they mixed, like a little differently? Pitch down? It might be able to get by. But yeah, like, it's a big hit or miss. Like, obviously none of our shit is gonna be fucking, muting streams and shit, but, like, stuff like Dirk, Baby, all that type of shit. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna get in trouble. I think the only really big issue here is the VOD will be muted from when we start the submission. So, like, the re-upload is gonna be chalked, but, like, we can just do it live. You know what I mean? It's really up to you, Kale. Because I'm down. Like, that's the only issue. Is, like, like, it's just gonna mute from here up until, obviously, the track's over. So, like, the re-upload will be like, fuck. I mean, fuck it, let's do it. It's too good not to share. If that's the case, do it last. No, doing it last or first, it doesn't matter. It's gonna get muted either way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to do it last because I do the outro last. So then that'll get fucking muted too. So I might as well just do it now. Alright, let's get it. Chief Keef, Love Sosa, Kale flip.
in school telling me always in a
Oh
barber
shit.
shop, Chief Keef ain't about this, Chief ain't about that. My boy a BD on fucking Lamron and them. They say don't be nigga put on no work. Shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas ain't no shit. All you motherfuckers talking about Chief Keef ain't no hitter, Chief Keef ain't this, Chief Keef a fake. Shut the fuck up. Y'all don't live with that nigga. Y'all know that nigga got caught with a rat shit. Shooting at the police and shit. Nigga been on probation since fucking, I don't know when. Motherfucker, stop fucking playing them like that. Them niggas savages out there. If I catch another motherfucker talking sweet about Chief Keef, I'm fucking beating their ass. I'm not fucking playing no more. Know them niggas roll with Lil Reese and them. Did you not see in this bitch remix?
Hail, plant, hail, plant, hail, plant, hail, plant, hail,
These bitches lost souls, oh, and I know it. Fucking with them own boss, you gon' get fucked over. Rari's and Rovers, these hoes are cheap souls, hit on with that cobra. Now that was some over, they do it all for souls, you boys ain't making no noise. Y'all know I'm a grown boss, you can full of grown boys. God, y'all some grown boys, God, y'all some grown boys. We GPE dope boys, we got lots of dope boys. And they love them glow boys. No, we gonna go, boy, but we cannot go, boy. No, I don't know, oh, boy. I know he's a bro, boy. Rari's and Rolls, boy. Convertible and Bulls, boy. You know I got bands, boy. And it's in my pants, boy. This is not them old boys. You won't
These are fucking hitting.
don't think that I'm playing, boy. No, we don't use hands, boy. No, we don't do friends, boy. Collect bids on the landlord. I get lots of commas. I can fuck your mama. I ain't with the drama. You give me my llama. Riding with 300 for us. Bitches see she Sosa. I swear I got the honor. These bitches lost Sosa. Oh, and I know it. Fucking with them old boss. You gon' get fucked over. Rari's and Rovers. These hoes are cheap Sosa. Hit on with that cobra. Now that was slumped over. They do it all for Sosa. You boys ain't making no noise. Y'all know I'm a grown boss. Your clip full of grown boys. God, y'all some grown boys. God, y'all some grown boys. We GPE dope boys. We got lots of dope boys. Make me call me road boy. E6 double low boy. And he keep that pro boy. You gon' get fucked over. Bitch, I done so sold up. And I done so cold, girl. She gon' clap for Sosa. He gon' clap for Sosa. They do it for Sosa. Them hoes is all for Sosa. They don't want that Molly water. So nigga be cool like water. Before you get hit with this life. Bitch on that shredded top. Don't care no price I copy. Being yo bitch steady jogging me. These bitches lost Sosa. Oh, and I know it. Fucking with them own boss. You gon' get fucked over. Rari's and Rovers. These hoes are cheap Sosa. Hit on with that cobra. Now that was slumped over. They do it all for Sosa. You boys ain't making no noise. Y'all know I'm a grown boss. Your clip full of grown boys. God, y'all some grown boys. God, y'all some grown boys. We GPE dope boys. We got lots of dope boys.
I just hit another lick. Send his ass to see your bitch. I know he ain't with the shits. Y'all need to stop. I swear to God, Joe. That shit irked me the fucking most, bro. When somebody sitting up there talking about, nah, Chief Keef ain't about that. He be rapping about that. Shut the fuck up. I know when a real nigga rap because I feel that shit. And I feel Keith.
I feel him. Holy fuck. No, the vocals are great. The vocals are great. Cause like the DMCA bot is really like just a bot. It is exactly that. So these vocals, much like SoundCloud, they should get by no problem. So we should be able to fucking actually upload our reaction to this. But man, I think Kale said like 10 minutes ago, not even, if I produced for Chief Keef, what would that sound like? And probably something like this. And I didn't know Chief Keef could sound even like darker than he already was. I guess he was more gangster than dark, but this is like, it brings like a little bit of a dark feel. Major W, definitely a W, Matt. So, this is awesome. And Kale actually made this for the show, so this was meant to be, bro. Like, first we had the wrong link. Now we got the vocals like down to a T. Like, let's get into this. Let's fucking get into this. So, you guys know the drill. We're gonna talk about 3 motherfucking topics. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, which is obviously the main core here. We're gonna talk about vocals, even though Chief Keef will never see this review. Who knows? He might, and then he's gonna hit Caleb for this beat. And then we're gonna talk about the overall theme of Love Sosa. So, instrumental here, and obviously the main core of this submission. This is great. Definitely almost like, because Love Sosa came out what feels like an eternity ago. So this is like almost an up-to-date version, right? Like, this is like such a great spin on like what this track could sound like if it came out right now today. And man, this would be like, fuck, dude, it'd still be a hit, wouldn't it? Tell me, bro. Exactly. If Love Sosa dropped in 2022, like, bro, tell me this wouldn't be a hit. Tell me this wouldn't be a hit. It definitely would. It definitely would. Absolutely. So let's talk about the mix here, because I've definitely done a couple flips. I've done Justin Bieber. I've done Halsey. I've done a couple, and sometimes vocals aren't exactly the easiest things to work with if you're just kind of grabbing some vocals. So, Kale did an awesome job with this mix, especially for like just cooking this up in like a session. Because sometimes these flips can take like a couple sessions for real. Like, especially trying to like work with vocals and like get them how you want them. So one thing that instantly stood out to me here was this mix. This mix was really, really awesome. And I really fuck with like how loud it is. Like it's not like, oh my god, loud. It's like perfect loud, because like these 808s are fucking knocking, and I really feel like this is like such like sort of like I said, like a modern Love Sosa, like 2022. And I think a really big credit to that is the mix. 1,000,000,000% is the mix. But I think another shining star for me has got to be the 808. I think Kale really skated with the 808 on this. Really knocks. Really, like, it doesn't go too crazy, but has a little, like, just a little spice to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a little. So I fuck with this mix a lot. And really, an overall sort of, like, simple yet effective remix to Love Sosa. 100%. I still can't dial it in. Bro, working with them vocals sometimes is like, okay, this is easy as fuck, or this is hard as shit. Luckily, Chief Keef vocals, I'm sure, were really fun to work with. Really fun. So, instrumental, great. Very simple. The mix is really the outlier here for me. I really love this mix. I feel like if you threw the regular vocals on here, without down pitching, like it would sound really crisp for sure. And I love the 808s. Definitely love the 808s here. Didn't go too crazy with sounds either. Great sound selection. But more importantly, let's talk about the vocals here. The vocals obviously are Chief Keef's, but the down pitch is perfect. It gives it this like sort of like sort of almost darker tone, like almost if Chief Keef was like an underground artist. Like, you could picture this, like, imagine like Chief Keef like never got on and like never had a couple hits and this and that and third and yada yada yada. This could come out and you'd be like, holy shit, this is fucking heat. And I feel like the pitch down vocals really did it justice. The beat for the most part is the exact same beat as the original. Yeah, like, I love the subtle changes, but also, like, I feel like the vocals definitely played a part in that, too, as to where it really, like, it really linked with Space. No. Absolutely not. Get with the jokes, man. Get with the fucking jokes. But yeah, truly, the vocals, obviously, no major changes, but I love the subtle changes and really like almost like a what could have been, you know what I mean? Like almost if this came out right now and really like makes you wonder. So I love this. I love this remix. And I definitely think it's like one of those tracks like you could easily put out, obviously not like all stores or anything like that, but you could definitely like throw this on SoundCloud and it could really go crazy. And YouTube, like I feel like YouTube, this could go absolutely insane. People would be like Chief Keef remix, and then this pops up by fucking Kale, bro. Yeah, 100%. So instrumental is great. A remake, but like a really modern spin on a classic from Chicago. And me, huge fan of not only mainstream Chicago music, but underground drill, like even the Chicago scene now. I've been a huge fan of Chicago music for a while, and I'm a fan of this. So this was well done. Let's talk about the theme here. Obviously, aesthetically, the infamous I mean, like, okay, we all know Chief Keef has had like 40 mugshots, but this is the one we've seen like 50 fucking times everywhere. So I like that Kale used that one because it's so, you know, it's recognizable. But I think the other like really great thing I like about this theme, not only like aesthetically, but the personality Kale gave it with the viral Chief Keef quotes and that kid doing the rant and putting a little bit at the end as well. And like I feel like there was a lot of like sudden but like very like small, slightly noticeable things that Kale did here that really gave this track like a lot of Kale personality. So I'm a huge fan of this, for sure. For sure. And come on, bro, like everybody likes a good flip, you know what I mean? Like of course like I've heard like bad flips and shit like that, but this is definitely one of the better ones that I've heard. And probably, man, like I think we've only probably had like 2 or 3 flips here on Music Mondays. Not many. And this is the one first one in a while as of late. So huge shout out to Kale, man. You did a great job. Thank you for cooking this up for Music Mondays, and I'm glad we were able to actually get the link sorted out and we were finally able to react to it. So Kale, you did an awesome job, my friend. Thank you for the submission. Much fucking love. Kale is approaching 450, man. He's 3 away from 450 on SoundCloud. Go show him some love. Drops instrumentals all the time. Has tons of great placements. Lots of great collabs. Go show him some love, man. Seriously. And of course, per usual, make sure you follow Kale on Twitter at thatboykale. Kale is approaching 650. 4 away, my friend. 4 away. Go show Kale some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in a description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We upload 2 times a week. We're approaching 50 subs. I believe we're at 49. So whoever the 50th sub is, you're going to have good luck for the next 50 years. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I hope you do, but Music Mondays has nothing to do with that. Go show us some love, man. You know the drill, man. Get us to 50. We're putting out a lot of great content on the channel. We always give all the credit to every artist, and you can find every artist featured in each description box. So if you're curious, that one track I heard, that one instrumental, that one artist, how do I find them? Check the description of each Music Mondays episode. So, we have been live for just about 2 hours. We're at 1:56, ladies and gentlemen. We have been cranking through these submissions. Thank you. Thank you for the submission, Kale. Much fucking love, bro. Thank you. We've been cranking through these submissions, man. We knocked out Kale. We got Thomas, Mishka. We gotta go back to Bad Boy. Got up Sono. I'm gonna hit up Radzi. I don't know how we missed Heretic. Did we miss Heretic, or am I fucking stoned in this, like, switch places? Like, am I off the mulch right now? Like, I think that one refresh was fucking weird. But we did Manny. We did Dread. Like I said, we did Kale. So we got about 1, 2, 3, 4 5. Florian's doesn't follow Music Mondays. We'll talk about that in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I mean, I guess 8, but we have about 3 media submissions. But chat, you know the drill. About 2 hours in, but I am gonna take a leak, take about 2 or 3 minute break, go get some water, and we're gonna crank out the rest of these submissions. Shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight. Thank you for sticking with us, and of course, I'll be back momentarily. And of course, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, if you're like, yo, Zom, what the fuck is this, that, and the third, feel free to drop it in chat, man. Exclamation point MM if you're interested in Music Monday socials or anything like that. And I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Just gonna take a leak, get some water, and we're gonna check out the rest of these tracks. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Pause our lo-fi. I hope you're well, I hope you're chilling, I hope y'all got some water, got up and stretched. You guys know the drill. Yeah, this is normally a longer show, so always considering I don't have a co-host or anything, I have to go take breaks. I'm definitely looking into bringing on a co-host. Of course, I'll always be the host and everything, but it'll make the show a lot more dynamic. I definitely feel like you guys would be interested in that, and bringing on a co-host to do submissions with me, talk about Music Monday's activity. I just haven't really had somebody to fit the role yet, and when the time comes, I'll definitely know. But for right now, I haven't found somebody to fit the role, and it's very taxing, right? Like, who the fuck can do 70 shows in a row? You know what I mean? Like, truly, like 71 now. So maybe not every Monday, but maybe I could find somebody for like every other Monday or something like that. So that'd be really cool. I'm definitely going to be bringing a few guests on relatively soon, but that's just guest episodes. Definitely want to consider a co-host as well, for sure. So let's hop right back into this. We're about halfway through, and we have had nothing but really, really talented artists, man. And we gotta get Heretic, because Heretic's the only one that we somehow missed. So let's hop right into this, man. We'll do Bad Boy after as well. And of course, Radzi. And I think Offspring has a submission that is media as well. Yeah, so we'll save those three. And then we'll save Mark as well. Yeah, Mark has media as well, so that'll be good. We'll have like 4 pieces of media at the end. I am such a big fan of the new media style. Like, I'm like I'm not like a very OCD kind of person, but like every once in a while, like I'll find things that I'm very OCD with, and this was an idea I came up with, and I was like, oh my god, this could be awesome. And it's so much more, I guess, organized, because like, audio tracks are very separate from like fucking, if we do like audio tracks and then a music video and then another audio track and then like Offspring and shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's very, I like the order. Bangers on bangers is right, Mark. Let's get it, baby. So up next, before we continue, let's check out Heretic. He submitted 2 tracks, and he said, I think I submitted that already. Here's this old shit. Yo, I don't know if we've heard this. Let's just go check it out, and if you remember or I remember, we'll find out. I feel like, judging by the cover, yeah, we've heard Step. We've heard Step. Okay, yeah, Heretic's right. Yep, Heretic's absolutely right. Okay, My New Razorblade is definitely one we haven't heard, and this is some old shit, quote unquote, from Heretic. So let's check this out, man. 2 minutes 50 seconds, tagged punk rap, and titled My New Razorblade, and that is a fire cover. Absolutely fucking fire. Very effective, very simple. One of those covers that really does the job. Really, really does the fucking job. So, let's get into this, man. This is gonna be interesting. And we have a feature from Kuma. It's Prod Kujo. Lord Heretic, My New Razorblade. Let's go.
Even for body, take your ass to church. Oh, I'm just
Yeah. Holy shit. Dude, that instrumental almost put me in a fucking trance. That was crazy. Holy fuck. Okay. This is kind of interesting, right? Because when it comes to Heretic, we're normally used to hearing him being the more aggressive on the track, right? But I almost feel like Kuma was more aggressive on this, and Heretic, no, like, I don't want to say like took a backseat, but like really took a different approach. And I was like, all right, this is kind of a different dynamic. So, you guys know the drill. Let's break this down. We're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about the instrumental, we're going to talk about vocals, and we're going to talk about the overall theme of My New Razor Blade. So, the instrumental right off rip, like I said, really put me in a trance. Like, especially like, I guess towards like the later half and like the end. Like, the sample, the vocal sample in particular, was very like dreamlike, and then it's wrapped around these drums that are so fucking aggressive. Like, these drums are very Heretic, so I can see why he chose this. But man, this sample is so very like, it's dreamlike. It's very dreamlike, and I feel like I really enjoy this style of Heretic. I would definitely like to hear more of this. Because instrumentals like these, they're not like super hard, but they're hard enough, right? Like, it's definitely has a great 808. The sound selection's awesome, but I feel like the shining star here for me, instrumental wise, has got to be the sample. The vocal sample's great for sure, almost ghost-like in a way. So, instrumental's great. Kujo did an awesome job. Shout out to Kujo, man. Oh yeah, and the mix was fucking awesome. Like, it, I didn't even mention it because the mix was very crisp. Like, and I expect nothing less from an instrumental that's picked by Heretic. Heretic knows for sure what he enjoys as an artist, instrumentally. So, let's talk about vocals here. Heretic, like I said, sort of took a different approach here, right? Not only in the mixing style, but I feel like his flows and cadences were like, you know, it's funny because I've recently been talking to Heretic, and he said he wanted to start doing almost different shit, and I feel like this is the perfect balance for him, because this isn't like hard, but it's totally hard enough for Heretic. Like, I'm trying to think of an artist that almost has a similar style, but there aren't a lot of people that can pull off this, and I think somebody mentioned it in the comments. The screams, yeah, like the ad libs on this were great, really, really great. Like everybody was really showing love, and yeah, 100%, absolutely showing love. So I don't know, like I feel like Kuma almost steered the track in a different direction in a good way. Because with Heretic doing vocals like this and normally having a heavier sound, Kuma almost filled in that spot and was like, okay, I can do some heavy shit. And it really just brought this great dynamic. And I'm a huge fan of these Heretic style vocals, like 1,000,000,000%. But I think the shining star for Heretic's verse here is the hook. Without a doubt, the hook is awesome. It's definitely not something you hear often from Heretic or can find in his library. Maybe like what, less than 5 songs we've heard on Music Mondays that are sort of in like a slightly different style. So yeah, I'm a fan of this. It definitely surprised me a little, for sure. So let's talk about Kuma. Kuma, I feel like, filled in almost the spot that Heretic could have filled in, but said, fuck it, I'm gonna do some different shit on this. And Kuma was like, alright, so I'll do the hard shit. And really, like, almost balance this track out. Because, like I said, the instrumental was definitely, like, heavy, but it's not super heavy. And Kuma was able to bring, like, a different dynamic in terms of vocals and do a bit of more heavier vocals, and it kind of really gave the track a great balance, to be honest with you. And you guys know the rule of thumb when it comes to features and things like that. We heard Dread and Heretic tonight, and they were a really great duo that worked well together. But in this case, I feel like Kuma and Heretic really brought opposite ends and made them stick. Heretic sort of laid the foundation, and Kuma filled in the gaps with more aggressive writing, more aggressive recording, and just his overall vocal style really made this track like well balanced, to be honest with you. And of course, we just wrap up with the Heretic verse at the end, or hook, I should say. So vocals, awesome. Both Heretic and Kuma had an awesome mix. Both of their writings were really well done. No gripes at all, honestly. So, instrumental, great choice. Kujo snapped. Heretic and Kuma really almost went opposite directions and came together on this track in a pretty unique way. I like how Kuma came in and filled in the gaps and really brought some other shit to the table. Let's talk about the theme here. So, aesthetically, like I said, this cover relatively simple, but definitely does the job. Simple parental advisory sticker, throw a little filter on there, call it a fucking day. You know what I mean? And really brings just that much more personality to the track. And I really feel like that's an awesome thing. 100%. Now, lyrically, My New Razor Blade, I love the fact that this track title is one word. It definitely, once again, brings a little bit more personality to the track, but these two really were super dark, and I would almost consider this an anthem of some sorts. Really reminds me, like, what artists can do when they come together on tracks. Like, this is really like an anthem, like, and like, it's not like super dark, but it's definitely got that dark attitude with it, and at the same time it's got a really almost calming vibe to it, because Heretic's almost driving the ship, and then Kuma is able to like really sprinkle a little bit more spice. So I feel like My New Razor Blade really like embodies what it means to be like a raw underground, like alternative heavy track. This is a great, like, I guess like, it's a great example of Heretics music, but it's a great example of some other shit, right? As to where people are like, yo, you always fucking make heavy shit and da da da. This is a great example of something that you could show somebody to prove to them that you don't always make heavy shit, and it's still fire. So I like this. I like this a lot. Well done. Well done. Shout out to Heretic. Shout out to Kuma, Kujo. You guys did an awesome job. And of course, huge shout out to Heretic for the submission. Thank you so much, homie. Much fucking love. Heretic's approaching 750. Go show him some love, man. Absolutely hardworking artist. Extremely talented. And is in store for a lot of big things in his future and this year. Believe that. So, of course, make sure you follow Lord Heretic on Twitter. Approaching 130. He's 3 away. Lots of memes, lots of music, lots of everything on his Twitter. Go show him some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We're approaching 50 subscribers. We upload twice a week, and every artist featured is always linked in the description. And shout out to everybody who's already subscribed to the Music Mondays YouTube channel. I see you guys, and thank you. Now, let's continue on. I'm pretty sure we're all caught up now, because the refresh fried everything. So we got Kay, we got Thomas, Mishu's good. Bad Boy will wrap around too, because that's a music video. Episono, Radzi will wrap around too. Yep, Heretic, we're good. We just did. Manny, we're good. Dread, we're good. Kale, we're good. Okay, we're caught up. Yo, I'm an artist from Denmark. Can I send some through? Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Submissions go live every Tuesday following the show. So, let me sip some water, and we are about to get cracking on Nomad Fox music. And we've actually heard Nomad recently, relatively recently. I think it wasn't last week, it was the week before. I think it was like episode 69. So, got the water. Nomad is one hell of a writer. One hell of a writer. That's definitely one of the traits that just absolutely stuck out to me. But definitely records and presents themselves as a very veteran artist with a very veteran sound, and it's very refined. So this will be exciting. They submitted a track titled Suddenly, and it's Prod Nomad Fox. So it looks like tonight is the night of tracks produced and also have vocals on them from that very same producer. So this will be really dope, man. I don't think the last track from Nomad was produced by them, so this will be interesting. And 8 months ago, so definitely not old whatsoever. Relatively new, actually. And this cover, this is actually great. What the fuck? This is like collage-y, but not too collage-y. And the color palettes are great. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking hard. I fuck with that a lot. Lots of love. Never disappoint, man. Never stop. Shout out to that guy. Okay, let's get into this, man. Nomad Fox, Suddenly.
You fuck with me and you down the road, so let's go. I fuck with you, so I'm cuffing you and you know what we got ain't cheap. Tell me what you think. The water runs deep, I like the way that you flow. Hey, so suddenly, I got you talking to me. I feel my body freeze. Why can't I do anything? Know what I'm going through, it's like I'm scared of me. Don't know what I'm going through, it's like I'm scared. down to Colorado. I'm trying to see a shawty. You a skinny model. I'm trying to take a shawty. Let me get the models. I'ma start the party. Girl, I'm trying to wife you. Don't even get me started. I so suddenly you're right in front of me. I got you in my room. You got your claws on me. I like the way you feel right now. I like the way you feel right now. That anxiety, you got your eyes on me. I hope you don't let go. I'm never good enough. Don't know what I'm going through. It's like I'm scared of me. Don't know what I'm going through. It's like I'm scared of me.
Wow. Wow. Okay, man. Once again, Nomad Fox is proving why the writing in his music is like so... It's such a top tier to me. It really, really fucking is. Let's break this down. I'm excited to get into this. So, we're talking about three things. You guys know the drill. We're talking about the instrumental. We're talking about vocals. We're talking about the overall theme of Suddenly. Now, like I said, we haven't heard a track that's been produced by Nomad Fox. We've heard a Nomad Fox vocal tracks before. But as far as a track that's produced by Nomad Fox, no, we have not. And this is impressive. Extremely impressive. You know, not that it's uncommon for producers to get on their own beats or for artists to learn how to produce and produce for themselves. But sometimes there's that thing where you can always tell, I guess, right? And this is one where you can't. You definitely can't tell. And like being able to tell isn't a bad thing at all. But I feel like it was so blended for Nomad Fox. And I feel like, you know, a good track that's also produced by you but has your vocals on it blends those two elements together. And sometimes you can just tell that people's instrumentals and their vocals are like quote unquote separate. And yeah, this is definitely not that. I feel like these blend so well together, for sure. For sure. Now, minute 45, I feel like Nomad really stretched this and made this really filled with a lot of variety and personality. Because of course, like, shorter tracks are fine. You just gotta make sure that that minute 45, minute 30, 2 minutes really rides, right? And Nomad definitely made sure of that. But as far as the instrumental goes, man, the mix is what's really impressive. The mix is awesome. Especially, I'm not too sure like how experienced Nomad is with production, or if he's always been a producer. He's been a producer before. Vocals, could be anything, but regardless, the mix is very impressive in regards to it being crisp, nice and loud, and the vocals sit really, really nicely. But I think the shining star in terms of the instrumentals got to be the melody. Very catchy melody, very like it's easy to get the melody and flow and like, more importantly, like the hook stuck in your head. And I really feel like this is just a showing of like a Nomad's like star power. You know what I mean? When it comes to writing hooks and like really just having these cadences that are just a step above the normal or average, I guess you could say, whatever that may be, subjective, but nonetheless, definitely in his own lane, without a doubt. So instrumental's great. Vocals, I'm a huge fan of Nomad's vocals, man. Not only the mix is crisp, per usual. That definitely is not the shocker here. What the shocker is Nomad's consistency in being a artist with star power. Like, and I don't mean like, you know, big bright lights and tours and all that. Like, I do mean that, but more importantly, like, it's just extremely talented. Like, it's sort of like how people have the eye test and like they test out, you know, sports players, or they test out, they just know, you know what I mean? Like, they just know from the eyes. And I feel like there's something similar to that with music. And I feel like if Nomad were to really keep taking his own lane, he could get exactly wherever he wanted to be. And this is definitely a testament to that. Because this is the second track we've heard from Nomad as of late that is not old or out of date or anything like that, but more so is so... It's just a very, like, big sign that says, hey, I'm fucking talented as shit, and it's only a matter of time till I have a support base. Like, and that's what I love to see. That's truly what I love to see. So, instrumental, awesome. I love the producer vocalist combo here. We've been getting a lot of that tonight, and it's continuing. Now, the writing. Like I said, sort of much like the vocals and the hook, the writing is something that is really, really, what's the word? It's just so well done. It's so well done. And, you know, I think, yeah, the last track we had from Nomad had lyrics in the description, so we were able to do a little bit of a breakdown, but for this track in particular, like, it's still the same energy, like, all that applies, like, the significance of, like, poetic writing and punchlines are really prolific here, but I think the shining star, above all else, is the, like, emphasis on the recording. Like, Nomad is, like, passionate and, like, loud and, like, very, like, energetic, like, and like, that's a big thing with music. We have a lot of artists here on Music Mondays where they have a lot of energy, and that's something that I fucking love, and a lot of people love too, right? You know what I mean? Because music is something to be felt, and if an artist has a lot of energy on a track, people feel that shit. And I definitely felt Nomad on this one, for sure. So let's talk a little bit about the theme here. Now, aesthetically, huge fan of this art here. Just the palette, almost a collage aspect, but it's not too much, right? Because sometimes you could have, like, those collage type covers where, you know, sometimes there's too much going on, and you're like, dude, what the fuck is this? This is perfect. This is really perfect. It almost gives a little bit of, like, a Midwest vibe, but, like, is so personal and, like, very unique, because obviously track title Nomad Fox, and, like, the I guess the mysterious vibe I get from it is something I admire. Definitely a huge fan of this art. 100%. So obviously track title relatively simple, but underneath all that, lyrically, there's a couple of themes you could get into here. But all in all, one of those tracks where it has the double dynamic of, like, okay, this could mean a couple of things and people can perceive this in a couple of different ways, but on top of it, you have the ability of it actually, like, being very catchy and very, like, you can, like, bop your head and you're like, okay, like, even if I'm not going through any of this, or, like, even if I can't relate, that song's still really fucking good. And, like, that's, like, a great dynamic to have as an artist, you know what I mean? Is just, like, even if you can't relate to my shit, like, you still fuck with my shit. And then if you don't, fuck them. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this is a cool little dynamic I noticed, and I enjoy Nomad a lot. A lot. Okay, I had to sneeze. Sorry, excuse me. So, with that said, huge shout out to Nomad Fox. Thank you so much, Nomi. Much fucking love. Make sure you follow Nomad on SoundCloud, man. Approaching 400. He's like 27 away, some shit like that. He is very close. Very fucking close. So, per usual, make sure you follow Nomad Fox Music on Twitter. Nomad is approaching 450 followers. Go show him some love, man. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We're approaching 50 subscribers. We upload twice a week, and it shows support to the artists, but not only them, but the Music Mondays channel as well. And of course, every artist featured is linked in each description. And big shout out to everybody who's already subscribed, man. Thank you guys, for real. So, going super hard. Going. Everybody's good. We hit up Nomad. Offspring will wrap back around to. With the rest of the media, I think. Florian's Creek, we obviously won't get to because they don't follow the Music Mondays page. And of course, you got to be following the page. That's the only guideline that we have here on the Music Mondays podcast. If you want your content on here, make sure you're following Music Mondays. And it not only helps grow the page, but it helps show support to the other artists who do follow the page and do submit every week and look forward to the show. So, with that said, we have 2 audio tracks left, and it's arguably some of the most talented artists that we've had here on Music Mondays, truly. Up next, we have Lil Skunky Raps, aka Bloodcat, aka the fucking man, to be honest with you. Let's check this out. They submitted a track titled Baghead, and it's by Freshen Up, which is a trio of artists, Bloodcat included. So let's check this out, man. Of course, we're going to pop this open in a new Tabaroonie. 11 days ago, and of course, exclusive, unreleased Music Mondays track. And Bloodcat's in a track right here. Let's get it, Bloodcat. What's up, baby? Yeah, Bloodcat's one of the most insanely talented artists here on Music Mondays, and really just has a work ethic like no other. There's a couple of artists that I can think of that we have here on the show that have very good work ethics, and Bloodcat is just always creating, always putting out art, always getting involved in things, and is always really good energy to have around the community. So I'm excited to get into this, man. And releasing June 3rd. I believe June 3rd is a Friday. That's this Friday, baby. That's this Friday. Let's go. Freshen Up, Baghead, releasing this Friday. Exclusive Music Mondays motherfucking premiere. Let's check this out. Oh, man.
Okay, Jingo.
Hey, Ross, sauce it up.
Let's take it step back and get you right. While the money only wanna make me hurt. Everything I buy, let me tell right. If I don't die tonight, then we can watch it burn. Let's take it step back and get you
Wow.
right. While the money only wanna make me hurt. Everything I buy, let me tell right. If I don't die tonight, then we can watch it burn. Let's take it step back and get you right. While the money only wanna make me hurt. Everything I buy, let me tell right. Pushing about 100 on the freeway. Looking back at life right on the screenplay. What comes next? I'm lost in stress. Too many things been on my mind. Too many things got lost in time. We can watch it die out. Why you keeping me here? I know you're pushing me out. Let's take it step back and get your head right. While the money only wanna make me hurt. Everything I buy, leave me dead right. If I don't die tonight, then we can watch it burn. Let's take it step back and get your head right. While the money only wanna make me hurt. Everything I buy, leave me dead right. If I don't die tonight, then we can watch it all burn. And if I don't die tonight, I'll still end up in her. Baby, love me so much, keep my picture in the purse. Since you can't bad, I felt like I was born with a car. I had questions that they couldn't even answer. I just tried to let it all by myself now. Let it up and think I'ma let down.
Wow.
Shit going on in my head. I'm trying to make you smile every single day. 'Cause I can't breathe, I can't focus. Putting up on myself, I bet you know that. I kill for you, die for you, hope you know. Shawty, she my love plug and her drugs real potent.
Yo. Yes. Yes. Yup. What the fuck? Okay, you guys fucking killed that. Absolutely killed that. That might be my favorite Freshen Up track that I've heard personally on the show. That was fucking great. And 246 too. Like 246. That's one of those songs that's such a good consumable length, and that you fucking play it again. You're like, yo, replay that shit. And it's nice and long, and you're like, oh yeah, this fucking bangs. And like, all right, let me shut the fuck up. Let's get into this. You guys don't drill. Talk about 3 motherfucking topics. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. We're gonna talk about the overall theme of Baghead. So, man, the instrumental jumps right out at me. You guys know I said earlier in the show, huge fan of not only guitar instrumentals but acoustic instrumentals. And this is like the perfect mix of like alternative with like a modern trap drums and oh man, Ross did an excellent job on this beat. Excellent fucking job. The mix is great. Mel's awesome. I have no gripes with this whatsoever. I love this beat. 10 out of 10 beat for me. Great beat choice as well from you three. You guys did an awesome job. I love this beat choice without a doubt. Shout out to Ross, man. No gripes at all. Huge fan. I think I'm more excited to get into vocals here because a Bloodcat proves time and time again why he's definitely the leading scorer when it comes to not only writing hooks and choruses, but performing them. Like, you can feel the emotion and the rawness and the Bloodcat vibe in this one. It's almost becoming a standard, right? Like, I feel like Bloodcat like could really do any type of quote unquote genre used loosely there, but just always have this really defining sound, like this really defining sound that, man, I just feel like nobody can copy, and like Bloodcat has a real good original raw sound, and I'm here for it, man. I'm fucking here for it. But I've said it about what, the last like 6 fucking Bloodcat tracks, at how much of a fan I am of these fucking hooks. Seriously, I said that like literally every fucking time. Like, and he never ceases to sort of impress me as to where I'm like, man, like these get different, like the flows and cadences get more and more catchy, and like they get more and more like not like emotional in like the lyrical way, but emotional in like the fact that he's performing, and like that, like that's how I know like when Bloodcat actually performs at a show, or when that does happen, it's gonna be one hell of a performance. So right off rip, huge fan of Bloodcat here. Man, now the second verse I feel like was almost perfect, because Matt has almost another more emotional verse, but before that we have almost what I like to call like the down part of a roller coaster, right? Because you have such a big hook, and much like Matt said in the chat, Bloodcat has a bigger than life storytelling voice, and that is so well said. But yeah, the chorus work is out of this fucking world. So I feel like when this next verse comes in, it's like such a great like downer, and not like downer lyrically or in a sad way, like downer as to where like you can just chill out and you're like, okay, damn, like, okay, like no problem. And it really brought like a little bit of a calm down, I guess, like just a real like woo-saw moment. And this was definitely one of those. Definitely one of those. But still, what's great about this is everybody's mix is like, it's not only like well balanced, but they're all so different, but all come together in such a perfect way. Like, I feel like these three are such a good fit for each other that it's like it's almost not a surprise, but like you almost want to keep hearing more because what the possibilities are fucking endless. And the reason for that is when Matt comes in on this closing verse here, it's like not only like a good dose of Matt, but like you have this like great fucking this almost lyrically emotional dynamic. And I love that for this song because not that it was lacking it, but I feel like Matt came in and brought the mat. You know what I mean? It's like walking the doors, it's like, hey, I brought the mat. And it's fucking, it's perfect. It's perfect. And like for these three to like have that dynamic on a track is fucking powerful. Is really, really fucking powerful. So I'm a huge fan of all three of their styles, man. Mixes are really great. All of you guys brought a great dynamic to this instrumental. And everything sounds crisp as a motherfucker. A Bloodcat's hook is perfect. You guys' writing is in sync, but like so different. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Bloodcat, exactly. And it's like so Trauma the best motivator. And like unfortunately, it's true though. It's true. Like all memes aside, like it's true. Like it's definitely true. By the way, I don't write anything I perform. All one takes and punch-ins, just real life. What the fuck? What? Holy shit. Yeah, so like that's kind of like what I'm getting at is like you can't really replicate that type of rawness. Like you truly can't, especially when it comes to like emotional shit and like, you know, memes aside, Trauma is definitely the best motivator. Like when you're performing vocals like this, and same thing with Bloodcat, like we've heard more emotionally lyrical music and it's like, man, sometimes it can bring like some of the most like beautiful shit out of people. And like this is just like another one of those cases where you could take like those really powerful lyrics and put it behind like such a great alternative, like almost teetering on like pop, and like indie is a great tag for this too. Is like you just have it wrapped up in all these great lyrical stories, whether it's Bloodcat or anybody else. I like this a lot. I like this a whole fucking lot. So instrumental, great choice, love it. All three of you guys' vocals were excellent. I love the consistency, and I love how all three of you brought something very different to the table, but we're in sync, in unison. And of course, you guys know that's the rule of thumb for features, but when you add another person to that, it's like, oh shit. We heard a little bit about that with Mishka and the track with like 3 or 4 people on it. Well, that was great too. You know what I mean? Like, I love when people can get together on a track like this and all sound not quote unquote the same, for the lack of a better term, but all of you guys can like come together, do your thing, and sound consistent. Truly. So, let's talk about the theme here for a second. Aesthetically, Baghead. I mean, is there any more to say? I love how HD this is. I love how this is like, literally you can't get any more blatant than this. So, huge fan of the cover. Simple, yet effective. Baghead. Now, lyrically, this is not like one song that like is just like, oh, hey, here's a big old sign and this is the meaning. This is one of those songs where like 3 artists came together and were able to spit their shit. And like when Bloodcat has a hook like that, man, I feel like the possibilities are endless. So like you could almost love this song for one of their verses. You could be like, yo, I love Matt's verse. Yo, I love the hook. Yo, you know what I mean? So it's like, damn, this could actually like everybody's perception is always going to be different, right? But this is one of those cases where in one song, you could get your corner of the fucking pizza or the pie or whatever food you fucking like. You could be like, oh, okay, like, I love this verse. Oh, okay, I love the hook. Like, that's one of those rare things that artists do with their libraries. But if you can do it in a song with like 3 heads on a really, really well-made instrumental, man, possibilities are fucking endless. So love the theme here. I love, like I said, how you guys could come together on this. And I'm just excited for the future of Freshen Up, man. I love fun projects like this. I love just doing types of shit like this for fun. Because that's when you make the best kind of art. Whether you're making vocals, beats, whatever, macaroni paintings. As long as you're having fun or really like taking, you know, shit serious, or, you know, whatever your definition is, like whatever you get the most enjoyment out of is what you make the best shit from. All the time, every time, no matter what. So Freshen Up is definitely one of those projects that I like seeing. Truly, I really like seeing that type of shit, because not a lot of people do fun stuff like this anymore. You know what I mean? So I fuck with this a lot. So with that said, man, huge shout out to Bloodcat. Huge shout out to Freshen Up. Keep doing your thing. I want to see more of this. This is very, very well done. And of course, make sure you follow all of Freshen Up. I'll link all 3 of them in the description, or just the Freshen Up SoundCloud. Make sure you go follow it. Only 9 followers, so go show it some love, man. And of course, make sure you follow Lil Skunky. Make sure you follow Matt. And Matt is actually the submission that's next up, so make sure you do that. And of course, per usual, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We're approaching 50 motherfucking subscribers, and we upload every Tuesday and every Saturday. So be on the lookout for a brand new Music Mondays content. And of course, if you're already subbed, thank you. I see you. I appreciate you. You loyal. You smart. All right, man. Actually, I saw a bot. Let's go nuke this guy. Get the fuck out of here. Boom. Banned. Get fucking smoked. Okay, so I need a mod for when Music Mondays is live. If you want to apply for that, fucking hit me in the Discord. But I believe this is our last audio submission. Let's take a double check here, because we have Mark, and he is a media submission. We have Offspring, media submission. Radzi, also a media, and Bad Boy, who's also a media, and then everybody else is good to go. So last audio track on motherfucking deck. Let's check this out, man. Matt Rocks, and Matt, we just heard a little verse from, but we definitely can hear a little bit more. And Matt submitted a track titled Purple Rain, and with the caption, all rocks. Now, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, tag is pop, and this is one hell of a cover, man. That looks good as fuck. But, simple cover, effective, and perfect for a track titled Purple Rain. So, March 31st, definitely not an old track whatsoever. Definitely more recent. But let's check this out, man. Matt Rocks, Purple Rain.
Double car, I can feel a thing. Sipping on that my blood. I can't even think. Boy, just a dream. Just to get some peace. Just so I can sleep. Makes it worth some weight. Now it's hard to breathe. Double car. I can feel a thing. Sipping on that my blood. I can't even think. Wow. Not my brain. Novocaine. My baby sweet, she tastes like sugar cane. I'm seeing colors and I swear I look like candy cane. Whoa, fucking up my brain, I know I'm fucking up my brain. But it's okay, as long as I don't let it take my life away. Cause shit was getting worse every single day. So I had to go and find a getaway. So you know, double cup, I can feel a thing. Sipping on that blood. I can't even think. Double cup, I can feel a thing. Sipping on that blood. I can't even think.
This was awesome. This was really, really awesome. And I'm gonna give you one good reason why. This is like such a different style that we've ever heard from Matt. Matt's a very like huge, like just has such a big personality when it comes to their music. And this one is a little bit more chill and laid back, and it's just like, damn, this is like very like, you could definitely sit back, smoke, drink, do whatever to this. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's got that little like Matt spice in it. You know what I mean? So let's hop into this. We're gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. We're gonna talk about the overall theme of Purple Rain. So we're talking about a different style, more almost original too, very original. But the instrumental is a great foundation for such a chill track. It really, really is. It's not an instrumental that's going to like hype you up or anything like that, but it's not that kind of track. It's one of those tracks where you put this on, you're about to smoke, you're about to relax for the night, you're about to lay in bed, and you're about to fucking chill the fuck out, bro. Like, this is one of those songs where I like from Matt, because Matt has had like such a consistent style here on Music Mondays, and this is a little curveball as to where Matt's like, yo, I can do mad other shit too. And I love that. I love that. And not that either or are right or wrong, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to do, you know, the same thing all the time, or be consistent, or refine one style, that's cool too. But it always is so cool when I hear artists like have like these other tracks that are like, you know, oh, I did some shit like that before. And we have a few examples like that here on Music Mondays where people like to bounce around and try other shit, you know, and make some original shit. And cause like there's like people's like refined styles, and then there's the styles where I guess there isn't a lot of, and this is one of those, and it really shows the versatility of Matt. Like, Matt's a very versatile artist, and this totally proved it to me. And it started with the instrumental choice, so I fuck with this instrumental a lot. It has a very cloudy kind of classic underground feel, if you will. And I fuck with it a lot because it's not it's not gonna put you to sleep, because these drums are still like, they knock. So I love the mix for that too. So instrumental choice, 10 out of 10. Very unique, very, very unique, and very classic underground as well. So let's talk about the vocals here. Matt sounds great. I'm a huge fan of Matt's mix every single time. We don't have a lot of artists here on Music Mondays that sort of like have a quote unquote bad mix or anything like that. It's because, of course, like, we never, you know, the point of the show is to never bash anybody or anything like that. We always critique, but that's not a very common thing, I have to say, is like, oh, the mix is this or that. Everybody has a pretty well done mix, and Matt is definitely in that group where they have a really consistent, refined mix. But when it comes to these vocals and the cadences, man, this is like such a very like, sort of like I said, a very like laid back kind of chill track from Matt, because Matt's usually has a lot of energy, and this one like if you're a fan or like a new supporter, or you just heard Matt for the first time, and you know, maybe you don't want some of Matt's usual, you could be like, oh, that track Purple Rain, you know what I mean? I'm about to smoke and I'm about to fucking chill out and da 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 da. This is definitely one of those like for occasion kind of tracks, and I fuck with that. I fuck with that a lot, man. It like, I just love the curveballs, and Heretic definitely threw a curveball as well. A couple artists did tonight, so shout out to Matt for that. Really showed the versatility. But I think the big thing here is the performance and the recording. Matt's recordings and performances are always top tier, but this one, like, not only proved he was versatile, but like versatile in like every single way too, like hook writing, cadences, and like overall like the different verses, but like didn't stray too far from the subject matter. Like, you're still getting Matt here, just in a different style, and I fuck with that. So huge fan of these vocals, man. Purple Rain's an awesome track, awesome track. So let's talk a little bit about the theme here. Aesthetically, a Purple Rain, of course, you got the exclamation points for Matt's exclamation points. Love that little touch. Makes the track just, you know, slightly personal. Obviously, Purple Rain, you guys can make the connection. Simplistic cover, but does the job, and is very effective. Now, aesthetically, great. Now, underneath, let's talk a little bit about lyrics and you know, there's been so many tracks like named Purple Rain, and the fact that not only it's aesthetically Matt's, but like you're still getting like sort of like I said, like Matt's story and like the usual Matt style, except like just in a different way. And it was such a trip, to be honest with you, because each track we've heard from Matt has had this like significant lyrically emotional, almost storytelling vibe. And the fact that Matt could bring this to an instrumental of this caliber and this sort of different style was really impressive to me. I like this track for that a lot. I just like that it's different, and I like that Matt proved that he was able to be very versatile, and was like, yeah, I can do some chill shit, I can do some like really hype shit, I can do some fucking, man, the train doesn't stop with Matt. I will say that. And look, I got bars myself. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's get it. So, with that said, man, huge shout out to Matt Rocks. Extremely hardworking artist and very fucking talented. Member of Freshen Up. And a pleasure to have on the show, for sure. And of course, make sure you follow Matt on SoundCloud, approaching 1.6K. That's a great milestone. Go show him some love. Dropping tons of tracks like this. Extremely fucking well-made, crisp tracks. Go show him some love, man. And of course, make sure you follow Matt on Twitter, Matt Rocks. Matt is approaching the big 600. He is 29 away. It's a great milestone. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We're approaching 50 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week. And huge shout out to everybody who is already subscribed. Thank you. Gone bananas, I'm gonna be lurking. Got you, King. Thank you. Appreciate you. So, and I hope you're well. Welcome, bananas. That does it for audio tracks. Thomas, we're good. Kale, we went through. I think our first media is about to be Bad Boy. And we got Mishka. We're good there. Radzy's another media. Manny, we're good. Heretic, we're good. Dread, good. Kale, Nomad, Bloodcat, Matt. And Florian does not follow the page, so Florian, please follow Music Mondays, and we would be happy to review your track here live on the show. So, let's get to our first media submission. And we start all the way at the top because this week, Bad Boy submitted a music video for a track he featured on with Prince Lovely. And this was interesting because I think first time Bad Boy he submitted a track with Prince Lovely as well, but it was just audio. This one is the official music video, so I am definitely excited to get into this one. Bad Boy definitely filled his role as a feature, and more importantly, solidified himself here on Music Mondays as definitely a talented artist. I was definitely impressed for a first time submission, without a doubt. Let's check this out. Pop it up in a new Tambourine. We'll go like that. We'll check out the description. 803, May 14th. Wow. So what, like 2 fucking weeks ago? Holy shit. Yep, got all the links. And it's uploaded on Bad Boy's channel. Interesting. Someone said cringe as fuck. What the fuck? She's just hating. And everybody else is like, yeah. Alright, let's check this out then. We're gonna crank the quality. Go 1080 on that bitch. And we're gonna check this out. Prince Lovely, So Did I, featuring Bad Boy. Video shot by David Heath.
Me, my gang, and me and my guys who want to stay alive. I got money now, so I'm living. I ain't gotta survive. Hey. You got money, just say goodbye. Hey. I don't need friends, I say goodbye. Hey. Lock it up, I lock it tight. You just got your money up, boy, so did I. You just got your money up. I just hit that sandy time. I feel scared, I run it out. You just got your money out. I really have my money.
Dude, that fucking alien.
I been had your money, I had the fun. I been had that. I been had that. I been had that. I been had that. I done had it. All my guns is automatic. Why these hoes gotta be dramatic? Niggas fake, they just like taxi. Hey, all these niggas, why they be so fake? All these bitches, why they gotta be so lame? I'm about fashion and drugs, I want to talk about me now. I done had to run it up so much you can't believe now. Used to have my mama and a blood right on speed now. I used to have to whip a fucking bucket, it got beat now. Hey, yeah, I ain't never told a fucking lie, that's on my mind. Yeah, I ain't got no pride, I put it to the side just like my llama. You just got your money out. I just get that same time. I feel scared, I run it out. You just got your money out. I really have my money. I been had your money, I had the fun. I been had that. I been had that. I been had that. I been had that.
You just got your money up, many nigga lame. Dishing on that game, the reason he ain't got a brain. They turn they back on me, I think they did it for the fame. They almost killed me, so get your bread back. He playing with my nation shots, where his head at. Don't like these peoples, we don't do the scatty packs. Don't trick our hoes, I'm not slick back. It is what it is, finna go and sign a deal. He playing with the lovely, he get popped just like a pill. Me and bro, I swear we finna touch up on the mill. I don't fool with them, I don't care how they feel. I'm in big trucks, me and Dill. Playing with my brothers, that'll get you killed.
You just got your money out. I just get that sandy time. I feel scared, I run it out. You just got your money out. I really have my money. I been had your money, I had the fun. I been had that. I been had that. I been had that. I been had that.
What were we thinking, chat? Wait, did that say edited by Bad Boy? Oh, that's sick. You know, I kind of have the same feeling as I did the last time when we had a Bad Boy submission. So let's hop right into this, man. We're gonna talk about 4 topics. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. We're gonna talk about the overall theme of So Did I, and we're gonna talk about the visual here. Now, the instrumental is great. The instrumental choice is awesome. I feel like it's a very modern take on today's very like alternative-ish trap style. Almost has a little bit of electronic sounds sprinkled in there, but for the most part, I'd say this instrumental is a great example of modern trap for sure. Now, the mix is good. The mix is definitely solid on this instrumental, especially for the variety of sounds and everything that it has in it. A huge fan of the Chris mix, 100%. So, I feel like this is a little bit similar to the last instrumental that we heard from Bad Boy and Prince Lovely. So, definitely they know what their style is and like what they really prefer when it comes to not only instrumentals, but just an overall sound that they want to have, right? So definitely a solid choice, definitely. Now, let's talk about vocals here. Prince Lovely, I mentioned it the last time, almost had sort of like this lazier kind of style. And I would have liked to see Prince Lovely like almost, not like give more emphasis, but like almost try to tone back on the lazy style almost a little bit. And this track is another example of the more lazier style of vocals that almost like it's almost sounds like drugged out, I guess. But like most cases that can be like fine and like you can like really like stretch that, you know what I mean, and like do a lot with that. But in this case, like I feel like they were a little like too laid back and like very like not like lyrically lazy, but like performed lazy. And yeah, I still feel the same about this hook. The verse was okay. Prince Lovely definitely did his thing on here. Definitely a good writer without a doubt. I like Prince Lovely's writing. I just say the performance is what almost hinders this from being like a super like insane different track. But as far as Bad Boy goes, Bad Boy is really like, for one, the artist in question because Bad Boy submitted, but for two, like has such a different, unique style from Prince Lovely that I would love to hear a Bad Boy track. I would love to hear just a Bad Boy track where it's Bad Boy just spitting, because Bad Boy can definitely spit. For sure, he can spit. Has a lot of like early signs of like really like well developed like flows and cadences if he just kept making like almost tracks like this. And it's really like it's really telling like how talented Bad Boy really is being a feature, and kind of like sticking with me when I listen to a track for the first time, right? It's very rare that a feature like sticks with me more when going into a track for the first time, but this is definitely one of those cases for sure. Bad Boy is definitely talented. So Prince Lovely, definitely a good writer. Little bit of lack of emphasis on the performance, but that's okay. Bad Boy definitely did his thing. Love both of their writing. And Bad Boy really just spit on here and really showed some like really like early signs of like almost developing like such a unique alternative trap style for sure. So let's talk about the overall theme of So Did I. Aesthetically, that's obviously the visual, but lyrically, So Did I. The theme is definitely slightly obvious. You know, you got your money up, so did I. You know what I mean? Basically, like, yeah, me too, bitch. lyrically was a pretty like open book for them to be able to like just do their thing, right? And just to be able to like um really just almost make this track whatever they wanted it to be. And I think that's really dope. Because it, you know, a relatively simple theme, so it gave more attention to their verses, which is nice. Now, let's talk about this visual here. Shot by David Heath, edited by Bad Boy, and the editing is great. I love the underground feel to this. I love the small little edits. I love the filter. The filter's great. I thought the filter was like a nice touch. And all in all, I think one really big thing about this is neither of these two are like camera shy or look like they don't like being in front of a camera or anything like that, because that's obviously the first thing you notice when watching a visual. And neither of these two are uncomfortable at all. I feel like they're both very comfortable on camera. They both definitely got some like good shots in that, you know, you could identify each of them with. And like the little shit like that alien, the Glock, there's a couple other things like the pills, like the small edits done by Bad Boy. I really feel like were beneficial for this, and really not only gave it like almost an underground personality, but almost a personality for them, right? So the visual is solid. Definitely gives me a good feel and a very good like DIY feel. So huge shout out to Bad Boy and David. You guys snapped on the visual. Love it. Love it, love it, love it for sure. So yeah, man. Prince Lovely and Bad Boy show up again. Bad Boy, thank you for the submission, homie. Much fucking love. Keep doing your thing. Would love to hear what you cook up next, man. Keep doing you, man. And of course, make sure you show Bad Boy some love. He's approaching 210 subs. Go show him some love, man. And of course, make sure you follow a Bad Boy on Twitter at OFNBad. Approaching 50 followers. Go show him some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description for the YouTube re-upload. So, up next for media, we have a first-time submitting artist by the name of Radzi, and they submitted a Wix site, and it's their artwork, and we have not had a artwork submission in a long time. It's definitely been some months. I want to say our last one was like maybe February or March. It's definitely been some months. So Radzi recently followed the page, submitted, and is a digital artist. They submitted their Wix site, which is their portfolio. So let's check this out. Go show them some love, man. I'm gonna go get a drink really quick, and then I want to check this out. This literally already looks fucking crazy. I love the logo too. About artwork, education, exhibition, sketch, more. Oh wow. What the fuck? Oh yeah, we can definitely get into this. Can we like open the post? Nah, we just gotta keep it like that. I mean, we could always zoom in. We can do that. Hold on. Oh hey. I thought my drink was gone, but I found it. So, let's get into this, man. 2022. This is brand new. Now, like I said, it's been some months since we've had a digital artist here on the show. So I'm excited to get into this, man. This has an immense amount of detail, and I just noticed the person laying here. Holy fuck. That's a squid. Yeah, this is crazy. Something as far as watching us and planning a new game. This is also 2022. Oh, and he linked references in this one. Holy shit. Expressing the vengeful ghosts. Wow. What the fuck? I wonder if their commissions are open. Holy shit. Do not enter. Resin and acrylic on canvas, 2019. This is amazing. What the fuck? My. Wow. What the fuck? Yo, look at all of this. What? Holy shit. What? This guy is like my definition of an artist, man. Like, look at all the shit he made art out of. These are like a bunch of train tracks, man. What? Holy shit. Acrylic. Wow, he's so good at acrylic. What the fuck? This one's called Gunslinger. Oh, that's sick. That is so sick. Acrylic sheet on boxboard. Oh my god. Plastic toys and, and scrap metal. Acrylic and sand on polywood. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is definitely the most, if not... yeah, it's gotta be, bro. And this piece is actually crazy. This is definitely the most unique artist we've ever featured here on Music Mondays, man. We've had a lot of talented artists, but this is taking the cake for me. What the fuck? Look at this, man. My god. Holy shit. This reminds me of Junji Ito. For sure. Bro, my favorite piece has to be this one. This one is actually fucking crazy. That one's nuts. And it's already like, has like the skeleton. Yeah, that's sick. That's a lot of detail. That is a lot of detail. And the eye. This looks like a manga. It's called Entry. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. This one's kind of an like it's such an interesting concept. Wow. Dude, this one looks like a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card. This could be a Yu-Gi-Oh card for sure. Both of these. Holy fuck. But look at the detail. The detail is like fucking astonishing. What the fuck? See, that's one thing that'll always baffle me is art. Like, I cannot draw. I cannot draw, design, anything. Like, this is so much fucking talent, bro. This is amazing. This is truly, truly fucking amazing. Let's go check out Radzy's profile right quick. One of one artist, man. Got a foundation, got a portfolio, got a link tree. And they're from Malaysia. What a talented fucking artist, dude. Equinox series. Is it possible that the octopuses are aliens? These are two realms of reality that meet at the equinox, extraterrestrial life and human beings on Foundation. Wow, dude. Awesome. What a fucking talented artist. What a fucking talented artist. If commissions are open, I would 1000% be hitting up Radzy. That's for sure. If you want some real, raw, original looking shit, this is it. It has this like really great organic feel, yet is so fucking like iconic. Like this, like what the fuck? So many styles are clashing. But I'd have to say this one with the mech suit is easily my favorite piece. This is great. This is really, really fucking great. Close second. Maybe this is a close second. These two are so good. Yeah, man. This was awesome. This was really, really fucking awesome. I would love for more artists to submit to Music Mondays so we can spotlight some of these more unheard of talented artists, man. Because not only do people need commissions and things like that, but more people need to appreciate some of these artists out here grinding their ass off and really trying to build portfolios and become a great artist, man. So huge shout out to Radzy. Much, much love. Go show Radzy some love, and if they're open for commissions, definitely go hit up Radzy 100%. Make sure you follow Radzy on Twitter, and of course, per usual, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We're approaching 50 motherfucking subscribers, and of course, we upload twice a week, and then it just helps grow the channel, show support to these artists, man, and really helps spread the word of Music Mondays. So, let's continue on, man. 2 media submissions are chilling. That was awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Huge shout out, Radzy, man. That was super unique. I believe up next is Offspring Mysterious. I think, unless... Did we scroll by Mark? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. I know Mark has media as well. Hey, there's Mark. Let's get it, baby. Okay. So, if you guys don't know, Offspring Mysterious is one of my personal favorite creators to have on the show, because it's a great example of what a bunch of effort and hard work and DIY and just what it means to be a multimedia talented artist, and Offspring is definitely that, man. Definitely that. We reviewed everything from their instrumentals, short films, their art, their website, and Offspring just puts in a whole lot of work for everything that they're involved with. So this is going to be interesting. Offspring said, "Oh wait, you thought I was going to post for Music Monday?" And this video is literally called Monday Mayhem. So this is from December 6th, 2021. So just barely 6 months old. And the description is, am I the only one who enjoys Mondays? I don't know what it is, but I'm always in a good mood when today's Monday. Then again, every day is a fun day. Happy Monday. Let's get it, Offspring. Hope you're well, homie. Welcome. Happy Monday. Let's go. Let's check this rare gem out, man. We have not seen this from Offspring. We're going to put that on 1080. We're going to full screen this bad, Larry. We're We're gonna put that at full volume, and we're gonna check out Monday Mayhem by our good creative Offspring Mysterious. Outside of Dave and Buster's with it. Oh shit. This is about to get lit quick. Look at that moonwalk. Yo, the edits in this are great. What the fuck? Oh my. Bro, Offspring's having a fucking turn-up fest. What? Okay. That was great. One more time. One more time. Dude, the edits are so on point. Bro, Offspring has a fucking moves, bro. I'm out. I love the exit, dude. I love the fucking exit. Okay, man. This is awesome. Song Walking Onslaught's Anarchy by none other than Offspring Mysterious. But other than Offspring always using their own instrumentals, always uploading a lot of really, really great footage, I think what the really great shining star here is for me in this minute 14 is the editing. Like, I love the amount of editing here. Offspring, you never cease to impress me, man. This is a really great edit. I love this little edit, and I love these shorter videos from you, because I love the long ones too. Like, the half-hour ones are great, but like in these shorter ones, it's like you're like almost can do more because it's not so much, right? Like, you can still edit like 30 minutes worth of footage, but like you can do a lot more in 1 minute of footage, so you can go crazy with the edits. And this one definitely shows it. Just a lot of timing stuff, like shit like that, and like the stills. I really like this. I really like this a lot. I mean, nothing will ever beat the Basketball League, but this is a close second. Like, these shorts are kind of cool. Like, I really fuck with these. Because, like I said, you're able to put so much more into, like, just a minute because you only have a minute. So you're like, all right, I'm going to go crazy with this. And I agree. He has more moves than fucking me, bro. Motherfucker went down to Dave & Buster's and said, hold on, let me film something right quick. I have an idea. And just went out and made this edit. Yeah, this is great. This is really great. Then again, every day is a fun day. The description fucking kills me, bro. David busting a move. Literally. Fuck, dude. SoundCloud's linked. Twitter, Instagram, Linktree, my interview, website. And got the whole shebang here. Like, it's shit like this that I love, man. Because the reason why I always like say that Offspring is so important is because of the ethic, man. The ethic is just speaks volume here. Producing, editing, filming, and putting it all together on your own is not an easy task. So when Offspring creates content as often as he does, shit like this puts a smile on my face because Offspring has like a shitload of shit that he's done, like a whole boatload of content. And he's produced it all, he's filmed it all, he's edited it all. And that's why Offspring's a very important part of Music Mondays, is because Offspring just loves what he does. Like, it's not work, you know what I mean? But he puts in work. And that's why I love this shit. That's why I fucking love this shit. In case you were wondering. So, with that said, huge shout out to Offspring Mysterious. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much fucking love. And of course, make sure you go drop a sub to Offspring Mysterious, man. Every week, I'm out here saying this motherfucker's 4 off. And if you haven't subbed to him, I'm looking at you. But if you have, thank you. But go show Offspring some love, man. Get this man at 90 subs. For real. And of course, per usual, make sure you follow Offspring Mysterious on Twitter. And every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. We are 1 subscriber away from 50. And if you've already subscribed, thank you. We upload 2 times a week. And it shows a lot of love to these artists. Grows the platform and really just spreads the word about Music Mondays, man. Today's a good day to film. Today is a great day, my friend. A great day. So, last, but most certainly, absolutely, unequivocally not least, we got the homie, King Mark Music. Now, this is a really special kind of submission. A perfect closer. I would agree so. I can't believe I'm not subbed to Mark. Shit. Well, we gotta get up in that bitch. Shine bright. Now, I had already seen this privately, but now we're about to see it here live, premiering on Music Mondays first. Mark hit me, show me a little preview snippet, little rough edit, little something, you know what I'm saying? Just a little something. And what he showed me, I was very impressed with. It is the perfect balance of what Music Mondays represents. Great original music, great underground content, great original underground content. And I'm excited to premiere this for you guys. So, without further ado, unmute. 1080p this bitch. We're good. Full screen. King Mark. On it. Rod Flyboy Yoda. Official music video. Not a visual, not a lyric video, none of that other cool visual stuff. This is the official music video you're seeing here first live on Music Mondays, episode 71. Let's check it out. Uh-huh. I want to be Mark in this video. That's what I want to do. Thank you for everything, King Mark. Ah, he's talking to us. He's talking to the King Markers. Let's fucking go, baby. Okay, so you guys know that I saw a little preview of this, and this is my first impression on the absolute final. Mark made a lot of great little changes, a lot of great little additions to this official visual. So we've talked slightly about Flaunt, but I want to really focus on this visual here. And one of the first things that I had told Mark about this visual is that it just reminds me of Young Lean and that visual Sailor Moon, except like more underground and more original and like more King Mark. You know what I mean? But like it just gave me that great original feel again, except somebody else was doing it. And one thing that I think Mark did absolutely great here when it comes to this visual is, like, damn near the whole time Mark is rocking King Mark merch. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's some of the hardest shit. That is some of the hardest shit. But man, let's talk a little bit about God promoting how we can, for real. Dude, exactly. Let's talk a little bit about what's new. You know, I saw pretty much the raw uncut version, but we have a lot of really good additions here. For the one main addition being lyrics. Look at boom. And like, that's like one thing that I love that people do is when, like, this could have very well passed as an official music video without the lyrics, but the fact that the lyrics are added in, I thought was a great touch and like goes the extra mile. And I feel like Mark really like went the extra mile with this one, and did as much as he could with this. Like truly, like, did enough shots. You have about probably like a variety of like 3 or 4 different shots. 2 different outfits, and it's all like edited in a way where like you can't not like this. Like, you can't not like this. Like, this is something that could have easily been premiered somewhere, but the fact that Mark is like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm gonna keep, because like, bro, like, I could see Mark doing 50 of these. So like, the sky's the limit now. Like, the sky is the fucking limit for now, because bro, Flaunt is already a great track, but when you want to talk about visual presence, this is perfect. And one main thing I like to really talk about with visuals is people looking comfortable on camera. And Mark absolutely looks comfortable on camera. Mark mentioned he didn't really, you know, he wasn't a fan of his posture or anything like that, but bro, like, this is a perfect, like, I don't think it's like a anxious kind of posture or anything like that. I think this whole visual setup right here is perfect. And really like brings some personality to King Mark. And then like you pan to this shot where we have the indoor mic and then we started with the outdoor mic. So like there's a lot of great dynamics here for this track, and I love it. I love it a lot. But the number one thing is Mark didn't look nervous or like, you know, because some people are camera shy, and that's okay. You know, you have to be in front of a camera to not get camera shy. But in this case in question, definitely not camera shy at all. Definitely not. And they're not ready for the music video takeover. It's done now. Exactly, Mark. Let them fucking know, bro. Let them fucking know. I cannot wait to see more of this. This is the type of shit you gotta do. I fuck with this heavily. Heavily. And then like as you grow, like you start to like get a little bit more of a budget, and you're like, okay, maybe I'll go rent a hotel, or maybe I'll go, you know, cash out a new outfit, or, you know, maybe I'll pay like another filmer, or maybe I'll pay an editor. Like, as you go on, you get better, and like things just grow, man. So the sky's the limit, and I'm extremely proud of you. This is like insane to see like where you started with like the very first time I saw your profile fucking picture and the first track to like ultimately lead here is really, really crazy. Really, really crazy. And I'm impressed. Very impressed. You know, I want to see way more of this, and the fact that the Music Mondays community, whether you're Offspring, whether you're Bloodcat, whether you're King Mark, if you're doing this, this is not only inspiring, but it's going to separate you from everybody else who wants to claim they care about this and that and the third. Nah, bro, go do your thing. Go film shit how you want to film shit. Go be you, man. Go be fucking you. And it sounds fucking weird and corny, but no, I mean it, bro. Like, go be you, bro. And thank you for everything, Dash King. Like, come on, man. Like, they don't make underground original shit like this anymore. They don't make, like, real good raw shit like this. They just don't. And the fact that the Music Mondays community is filled with people like this, and Mark is another one that is truly, like, separating himself and really carving his own lane, awesome. Truly, truly awesome. So, before we log off, Mark, tell me and the people when we can expect this visual. Because I'd like to know. And I'm sure the people would like to know as well. Who knows when? I have a feeling Mark's gonna be like, I don't know. Watch. Honestly, I have no clue. I'm hoping soon, but I got hella shit coming. Let him know, Mark. Let him fucking know. And of course, if you want to know more about King Mark, we just dropped an interview on allmusicmondays.com with King Mark, so make sure you go check that out. And go show him some love, man. This was a pleasure to premiere on the Music Mondays podcast, and I can't wait to see what King Mark comes up with next. For real. Huge shout out to King Mark. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much, much, much love. And of course, per usual, make sure you follow King Mark on Twitter at King Mark Music. Mark is approaching 250, bro. He's one away from the 250, man. One away. One away. And of course, per usual, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. So, release is planned till mid-July. See, you heard it here first, folks. Release is planned till mid-motherfucking July. Bitch. Mark's coming with the fucking heat. This is the summer, man. I'm telling you guys. This is the fucking summer. This is the summer where, like, anybody who want to say, like, the good underground was fucking dead, bro, we're gonna make them eat those fucking words, bro. We're gonna make them eat those fucking words. Yo, Matt said it best, bro. We're the new generation, bro. And I not only believe in myself, but I believe in you guys wholeheartedly. So I just need one thing from all you guys, whether you're a supporter of Music Mondays, whether you're an artist involved in Music Mondays. Never stop. Don't listen to nobody. And not even yourself. When people get down on themselves and all that other shit, don't listen to yourself either. Everybody's gonna have bad days. Everybody's gonna have good days. But right now is a lot of the good days, man. A lot of the good days. We're trying to tell everyone the underground ain't dead, and we're just a little bit lost. Hey, we, you know, pre-COVID, we were alright, and then we just got a little lost when COVID hit, and we didn't know what the fuck to do. But we're getting back on track, man. And Music Mondays is filled with a bunch of really, really talented motherfucking artists. Like, I'm telling you, really talented, bro. So, with that said, man, huge shout out to everybody who came through, showed love tonight, man. I appreciate it. I really do. You guys are awesome, man. We just have so much shit coming for the show that you guys are gonna love. And like I said at the start, tomorrow, we have a very, very special announcement and sort of a precursor to what's coming to Music Mondays and everything else. We have a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of stuff coming, man. Much like Mark said, everything's coming. So, with that said, man, Shout out to everybody who came through. Mark, Bloodcat, Dread, Offspring, Matt, Kale, anybody else who lurked and chilled. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This episode will be live this Saturday on YouTube. The audio version will be live this Thursday on every audio platform. Yeah. Let's get it, man. You guys are awesome. Shout out the late night crew as well. Let me go find somebody to send over, or I might find somebody. Oh, fucking Bob Ross is streaming. So anybody who's lurking, I'll just go throw Bob Ross on. But yeah, man. Submissions open tomorrow for episode 72. I might look into a guest episode next week. Planning a lot of secret stuff, but tomorrow special announcement. So be there, be square. Thank you guys. Thank you. If you support Music Mondays, new or old, I appreciate you guys. Seriously. So, with that said, it's been your boy, Zom Slays. I love you guys. Be safe. I'll see you guys next week for episode 72.